Gregorio. Antonio.
Me.
Oh, my God.
Fuck, weren't we just here?
This is, what is this?
You know, that's no way to start a radio show.
Weren't we just here?
We still do, like, what we do.
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't say that.
This is like the first Monday in a while we've been in for like the full week thing.
Yeah.
So I was kind of dreading waking up.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, like we say all the time, being here is cool. It's like, it's fun and everything. That getting up part, fuck me, man.
I was going through all my my go-tos.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I haven't said my kid's sick in a while.
Yeah.
I know the flu's going around New York. Maybe I could hit that one up for today.
Yeah, it's me. It's not feeling good.
Maybe I could go with a personal issue.
Yeah, occasionally you gotta kiss management's ass and do a full week.
Yeah, just suck it up.
Suck it up. Do the full fucking week.
I say we don't do a full week unless they promise that they're going to take this wall down.
I know.
That's what I say today.
We really need.
Are they still working on it, Sam?
Yeah, they're working on
Because
it.
we're going to obsess about this one.
Oh, boy.
Just like we did the coat hanger, the thing that was hanging down, the fucking lights. Our new obsession is to take this wall down behind me and move into the Martha Stewart old studio.
Have both the studios, the old Martha Stewart
Yeah,
one
of
and
course.
this one together as
Of
one
course.
studio. You know what we should do if they say no, dude, man? You know what we should do?
I'll come in with a sledgehammer.
But how about we play The Wall by Pink Floyd over and over, nonstop, man?
Until they stop us.
Can't stop us, man. Ugh.
Lock the studio door.
Call the cops because we're not leaving.
We
have these tickets to give away.
Yeah, we're not leaving radio bits. You do realize the general manager at any time could have turned off the fucking channel, right?
Hit
or
the power.
station.
Yeah.
And we told you Martha Stewart wouldn't work. Finally, it's happening. We told them a year ago to get rid of that dumb channel.
Yeah.
But I guess some good guys lost their jobs, huh?
Yeah,
did, huh?
apparently.
Yet Sam Roberts continues to draw a check, albeit a menial one.
Yeah.
But,
Just hanging around like a cockroach.
right?
E-Rock, who do we lose over there? You know this shit.
Not wait.
It's not even
Right.
a minute old.
Early.
16?
Oh, E-Rock, is that your weight?
17? Guy who actually used to work at NEW was the producer for the morning show over there.
John?
John, yeah.
He's a really good guy. Someone
Hi,
hire
John.
him. Is he out of work?
They all got severance package, and they've all been. They were let go right
John
before Christmas.
Constantine.
Yes.
Oh,
You remember John?
shit.
He's a good guy.
Oh, man. Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Fuck yeah, I like John.
Very good guy. And then
Aw, man.
any other good guys, or was he it?
No, that was it.
He's like one of the only people I know around here.
There was nobody in that studio after the morning show.
So, all right.
Oh, John was good.
Are you helping us trying to get this wall down?
Yeah, I brought it up, and to some people, this was like the first that they've heard of it. So,
What are you talking?
But I thought last week when we talked to...
well, that's when it was.
and then...
Yeah,
So what's the status? They're looking into it.
nothing.
Oh, boy.
I would assume so. Nobody's told us anything different.
Shouldn't that be a no-brainer considering we've been bitching probably, since we started radio together in 1994.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been bitching about this tiny studio ever since we
Yeah.
got here, and we said we want a bigger studio. So now the opportunity is upon us where all they have to do is knock this wall down.
Let's put it this way. The Berlin Wall came down faster.
Yeah.
I do believe we're on equal footing.
We
Get
could
the
have,
sledgehammers,
we could do the same thing too. We could
spray paint it.
No, we can knock the wall down. We'll autograph pieces of the wall and give it to our listeners.
We ought to spray paint it to look like the fucking Berlin Wall. Yeah.
Give me some spray paint. I'll do it right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'll do
for
it
a
right now.
Second.
It wouldn't surprise me if they knocked the wall down, but then didn't knock any of that stuff and just gave us a little corridor into the next studio.
Yeah, because they would do something yet completely fuck
Right.
it up.
They always had an excuse why they couldn't, but now it's perfect.
Yeah, there's no more show there.
They just knocked this wall down. We got a huge space. We could start inviting the listeners up for the live shows again because we like doing that.
Fucking cool with that,
It
baby.
would bring a whole new energy that
Get
we
some
kind of miss.
Little bleachers set up like over there, and
Yeah, but you know what?
what?
They might have to drill a couple new holes in the table, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
against
you
that
remember.
totally. Remember how against drilling holes in this console they've
Yeah, I
been.
do remember that.
They do it in bathroom stalls so often.
Yeah, the drill bit's dull.
There's a giant board in front of me, and they don't want to move it because it
Don't
won't.
say that about me.
It's giant.
I'm boring.
And we got it. Don't worry, we got it. And they won't move this.
No.
For what reason? You don't need this anymore.
Because you committed 3.5 years ago or whatever it was to that being the spot, and at that point it became a life decision.
Things don't change.
No.
But it would give me so much more table room, which I desperately need.
So you have to break it, and we'll just have
You know
to
what
get
the
you a new one.
Wait, I see the problem.
What?
It's all the way back to where that mic is.
Right.
And in order to move the board back,
They're going to have to move the fucking
they would have
mic
to,
hole.
They would have to
But then the
drill-
board will be hiding the mic hole.
No, it's it's just drilling the hole. They don't want to do
Yeah,
that. The action
reason.
of creating.
It's crazy.
Why don't they want to drill a hole in those?
I don't know, but it's been an issue every time we brought up the mic.
Oh, well, we can't be drilling a hole in the board,
So-
in the console.
So we're
Such
up
an
to.
ugly color.
Is this day 3 or day 4 of Remove the Wall? Get
this
Troy
is
on
gonna
it.
be like
Get
a
Troy
hot-
on it.
it's gonna be like
we need
the-
production.
The Iranian hostage crisis. Day 300.
Troy's not here today, so I
Oh.
can't.
You know that what's the home show on ABC? Move that bus. We want to do move that
Extreme
wall.
Makeover.
Move that
Yeah,
wall.
come on.
we should be able to fucking.
Do you want to try that studio out since nobody's using it?
I want to see the sun every morning. That would be nice. You could.
Ooh.
Well, that studio overlooks Manhattan.
Yeah.
The west side of Manhattan. Oh, I know the sun rises from the east, so I'm gonna save you the trouble. But I'm just saying, if you could look out a window, you can kind of feel the sun coming up.
In Manhattan, it reflects off everything.
There you
so
go. Thank
everything's bright and shiny.
You can look over the Hudson River and
Yeah.
Jersey and
Jersey.
All right, day 4, I guess. Let's make it day 4 of
We're
Move
on
That
day
Wall.
4 of Move That Wall.
And they're just working on it right now?
Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, they're going to be using that studio to, for people to do interviews and stuff.
When
like
does the Radio Wizard get in? 9:45, just in time to go over a couple things as we're running toward the elevators? That's about right, right?
Yeah, as long as he's here by the end of the show.
All right, so as soon as he shows up, I want you to march down that hall, and we want an update on the Move That Wall.
Mr. Greenstein, tear down this wall. Yes.
What are the odds we get that done?
0 to 0 and fucking.
Why? But who are they
billion,
gonna move in
trillion
there?
to-
We'll make a deal where people could use part of our space.
Oh, would be nice.
Part of our space.
Partitioned curtain up.
Yes, yes.
I don't think
Yes.
they should use any of it. I don't think they should use any of our space.
You know what?
No.
I'm with Jim Norton.
Okay,
Nunsky.
deal off.
Deal off.
Nunsky, deal
There's
off.
no reason for them to use our space.
Nunsky.
See, I was just trying to be nice.
They
believe
weren't
or
using
not.
it when it was the Martha Stewart.
Yeah, they were.
Studio, were they?
Yeah.
During the day? Uh-huh.
Who
I'm
was?
trying to say they have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Logically, who else would need that studio space? Who would they move in there?
Well, they don't do.
Sam Roberts?
Huh?
Whenever they have interviews in here, people just record in whatever studios are available.
Right. So, E-Rock, who would need that studio? Who would they move up that's in a tiny little studio somewhere?
Oh,
Name it one show that
I
I,
got
know
it.
of around here.
the Mashup need a new studio. They can't be sitting in Cousin Brucey's place anymore, right?
If we lose out to the mashup.
Holy fuck, I swear to God.
I'm going to start petitioning for the Mashup just so I can see the battle take place.
No way.
No.
No way.
No.
A nice bigger studio for the Mashup.
I will chop Nicole's feet off and beat the staff with her feet.
Nice.
Oh, it's cruel.
Yeah.
Those giant fucking peds.
Exactly. You could hit one with the toe, one with the bunion, one with the heel. Big, long, fucking medieval feet.
Clown foot.
Use our hammerhead to remodel the studio.
Yeah.
Her hammerhead toe. Never
think-
mind. Fuck. It was a little too long.
It's like the toe.
Hammerhead. You have to add toe or it doesn't fucking make sense to anybody.
Oh, man.
Take note.
Raw Dog may or may not be getting a new morning show, so you'd have to have a studio for them.
No.
No, this should be the opportunity they've been waiting for. Hey, O&A, wouldn't it be nice if they approached us? We don't
What?
even think about it. And they came up and said, guys, let's float this past you. Martha Stewart is gone, right? We're like, what? What happened? Oh, what?
Yeah, well-
Oh, yeah, Martha Stewart's gone. We'd like to know, would you guys be into knocking down that wall in there and we give you the big studio you've been asking about since you've gotten here? What?
How
What?
nice would that be? You would
What?
you would want to work for a company like that.
Yes!
That's the type of little things. But that's the type of little things that really make you want to,
Like, they
come
have
to
been
work.
listening.
You got a little skip in your step. Like, wow, they're just so. They're so caring.
It would make me think that they did mean it over the years, but didn't logistically have the studio. But
Right.
now, the second it became available, and we didn't even know, they told us like the second it happened. Oh, Martha Stewart's go, what?
Right.
And then take the wall down, we get a giant
Of course, we have to chase him down. Of course, the radio wizard, it wasn't even a thought in his head. It wasn't a thought in Blatter's head. It wasn't a thought in Greenstein's head. Even though we've been saying it over and over again for 3 straight years, probably 3.5 years.
Plus, when you brought it up, the look on the face was kind of like, that's fucking ridiculous.
That ain't
But
ever
sure,
that
I'll
isn't
float
ever
it by.
happening.
Why would it be ridiculous?
Because it would have to be a thing that's happening.
You do realize there's only 4 shows here that people know about, and the rest of it is just garbage, right? They do know that.
Yeah. I mean, 4 is a
It's
lot.
Howard, it's us,
Mad Dog.
maybe Mad Dog.
How many shows are live here, by the way, also? How many live shows broadcast in the morning?
In the morning, it's you guys, Howard.
Morning mashup.
I mean, morning mashup for 3 hours.
The OutQ guys
Al-Q and Raw Dog.
and Raw Dog.
Oh, great. And all these other studios.
And morning mashup. But anyone
and
could
Evan
do the
and
morning
Phil.
mashup show because
and-
that's just playing the hits.
And yeah, that's true.
I
And
think
Sway
they're
comes in at 8. I don't know
Sway
if that's
comes
technically
in at
morning.
8.
Start a morning show at 8 a.m.
Well, Opie, come on.
And we want to start a little later. They said no.
No.
So we need a black audience, and then we can start at 8.
Yes.
I guess they think Shade 45's audience tunes in a little later.
maybe a little later than
what that's about, but-
we start broadcasting.
Wow, that's a stereotype.
But
Yeah.
aren't there plenty of other
That's
studios
true.
available then for other people to record things and like everyone else has a studio?
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's space.
So there's only 4 go-to shows on this whole platform in the morning.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I was right. I just pulled that number out of my ass.
That's garbage.
And
Yeah,
the rest of them really is garbage.
So what
a lot of
exactly
garbage
is it
shows
you
on
do
the
here?
So why wouldn't they want to make one of the 4 shows happier or happy? Let's start with happy.
Happy. Yes.
I guess because there's so many garbage shows that even the few good shows, they're
They're not
like,
gonna-
well, we'll just treat them all like garbage.
But they're not going to move a garbage
know?
show into that space, are they? It's prime
No.
real estate around here.
Right.
It
Maybe,
is.
but then again, maybe they will give it to us.
Oh, Jimmy
Maybe
Norton.
they've been in talks to
That's
say.
what makes you a funny comedian.
Maybe,
Norden.
maybe they've been in talks to kind of knock the wall down.
Oh, that's
Jimmy Norden.
That's rich.
No,
Just take it out, take that fucking little E-Rock booth out, and then we slam that somewhere like out of the way and have all this center area. All this area to just look and go, now what do we want to do with it? Let's put a console here. Let's put a live studio audience area here, a performance
That'd be great.
area for bands and whatnot. It makes much too much
it
sense.
stinks when we have a band in here plugging in, and they're a foot from us, and there's no room.
And they're sitting on a couch, rocking it.
They can't even bring the drums in, so they
No.
usually tap on like the garbage can
Yeah, it's a
or a
spackle
bongo or
bucket guy.
something.
Or even when there's just a guest.
Yeah.
And somebody from the web team comes down to video and I video. All of a sudden, we're on top of each other because
Yeah.
there's 2 cameras.
You know,
that camera can't move because it's in the way.
Yeah.
You can't-
There are times I'm close to pissing my pants because I know I can't leave my area because it's too crowded.
And there was a time when Ant would like put his foot down and say, "I don't want people behind me."
Yeah.
He knows he doesn't have that luxury.
I don't have
in
the
here
luxury anymore. No. They've cut a little notch out. I'm amazed they did that when we first got
Well,
here.
we're not happy about that.
So I could fit into the console.
That took months, by the way.
They really weren't happy about doing that.
No.
They were not happy.
But I had literally 2 feet
But then they
with me included in it.
They care so much about, they call it furniture. They care so
boy.
much about it, but they picked the worst color ever.
Well, I don't even know what this is.
It just comes in a shape, and then you go, "Well, can we?"
You know what this
They
is?
go, "What?
What?
It
You know what
already
this
a
is?
shape."
This is the cheapest color available that was
Oh.
sitting around some warehouse
Right,
somewhere, and they
right.
went, well, we do have this color.
We got plenty of the speckled burgundy. You want speckled burgundy?
Is it burgundy?
I don't know what. I think it is like
Yeah.
a burgundy.
I wish I could take a picture of this, but as soon as you tweet it, the color will look completely
Yeah.
different on Twitter.
Believe
it is
me,
a
it's
weird
terrible.
color.
Somebody was pissed at somebody for ordering so. Why would you order that much of that fucking color? Why would anybody want that?
No one's going to want it.
No, they got a really good deal on this color.
I'll tell you why.
It's very obvious.
I'm going to take a picture of it. I think I can get one that's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why they have this color. It's because they anticipate employees killing themselves, and it will blend right into this.
Right, the blood and brain matter.
So, move that wall.
Right.
Radio Wizard, when he gets here around 9:45. Ask him what's the status.
9:45.
And you know what? I was going to say what he was going to say, but I don't want him to be on to me. So I'm
going
gonna
write it down. Write it down.
Yeah.
I love the write down.
I'm going to write
have
it
it in
down.
our head, and when they come in and say it, we chuckle.
We also shut.
Anybody else want in on this?
What is the radio wizard going to say about moving the wall?
Yes.
All right.
Write something down.
Let me think. First of all, all right. I want to write it down, but no. Hold on.
Here, write yours here.
Okay.
So it's on the same page.
All right. Hold on.
Does anybody think he'll have a confirmed date?
Maybe.
The wall is coming down.
Okay. Here's mine.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
I know you sort of went for the joke,
But it's too true.
to be honest with you, that there's a very good possibility that is what it's. Oh, God, I hope not.
Jesus Christ.
Look, if you got garbage shows, leave them where they are. Make the one show that people do know about, one of the 4 in mornings anyway.
And 4
happy.
By the way, 4 is generous for mornings.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. If you're just saying
No,
mornings,
How Cute Guys, they got their audience. It's a show that caters to the gays.
I guess we got gay people listening to us too.
And
We got one at the end here.
Right.
I meant you, Sam.
Damn it.
And then it's us, Howard, and who else? Who's the 4th show again?
That's why I'm saying you're being generous.
Morning Mashup? No, because anyone could do that.
I mean,
No offense to those guys, because they're good broadcasters. They'll probably move on eventually to
Oh, I hope that isn't it, Jimmy.
more
I think that's
important
what it
shows. What? What did Jimmy
I'm
write?
reading Jimmy's. We're giving Martha's studio to the after show and Sam. No.
Sam's going to have it.
should be.
All right, well,
Should be.
there's our answers. They're safe.
Aye.
They're
Yeah,
safe.
Really
Real shit
are.
going on.
Wow. How do you say his name?
Gerard Depardieu.
Pardue is a fat fuck.
He is, but let me
We
tell
haven't
you
seen him
something.
in years in America. I
Good
guess
for
he's a
him.
big international movie star, but we only see him every once in a while in America. He's decided, fuck France, I'm moving to Russia.
You know something? There's a celebrity, though. We've had a lot of celebrities here in this country that, for political reasons or whatnot, have always threatened if this one wins or if this bill passes or if this happens, I'm leaving America. I'm going to, pick a place.
Right.
And they never leave. I mean, what's his name? Fucking Alec Baldwin's a prime example.
He does that from time to time.
But Gerard Depardieu, they decided they were going to raise the taxes to 75%,
Which
for
is terrible.
his income bracket. I think they finally did decide against it, but all the wheels were already in motion.
Well, what percentage are they paying now?
Probably a fuckload still.
Well, obviously, but if they turn down 75%, it's got to be close to 75%.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be
I
at
bet
least
it's really
60,
high.
65.
I bet it. I bet.
We're heading that direction.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A progressive tax system. We now have the most progressive tax system. It's like you're bragging about that, you fucking
what they call it?
socialist? Yeah, that's so the people that make a little pay a smaller percentage than the people that make a lot, they pay a bigger percentage. Meanwhile, a percentage is more money for someone that makes more money. So it equals out anyway. You're still paying more money. We now have the most progressive taxes. So Gerard Depardieu decided, fuck this, I'm going to Russia. So there he was, putting on the Russian garb, doing the Russian dance with Putin. He's fucking happy as a pig in shit right there.
They're welcoming him there.
Yes.
Is there a smaller Pardue under his coat?
I know,
It
yeah.
just keeps getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, like the Russian doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the one we remember from the first movie he made.
Oh, there he
years
is.
ago.
Oh, okay.
He pops out.
Yeah.
I guess he's a big star. I mean, we know him from Fried Green Tomatoes.
Huge international movie star.
He was in another movie.
Doesn't do as well in
My Father,
America.
the
From
Hero.
time to time, they throw him in a movie here in America. It does well, but
Yeah, what else was he in? I mean,
he was
the
in
only thing I know him from is My Father, the Hero.
My
No.
Father, the Hero.
I
He was
know,
in that movie with the kids, Tango and
Cash?
Fuck. Get his Wikipedia up there.
Get that fucking shit up there.
What the hell? Rio. Blame it on Rio. I think wasn't
Was
he the father?
Blame It on Rio?
Was he the father in Blame It on Rio?
No.
Then who was the
No.
father in Blame It on Rio?
Go to
Michael
IMDb.
Caine and Joseph Bologna.
And Dice was in that. He was in
Wow,
Cyrano, de Bergerac. He was in Man in the Iron Mask.
No, what was his big film? that everyone remembers.
Man, the Iron Mask is big.
The early
No,
one, the
but it
first
was-
one
it
he
was-
did.
yeah, thank
Go
you, the
way
first
back,
one.
I thought it
motherfucker,
was
to like the 80s.
Was he not in Fried Green Tomatoes or no?
I don't think he was.
What was his
Oh,
big
I'm so
movie?
Stupid.
Look, oh, those are all French. Go to his first,
I'm
like,
sorry.
American one.
Well, yeah, you went into the French section.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Sam.
Gone.
French cinema stinks.
Green Card.
Green Card.
I had
Green
green
card.
right.
Green Card was the one where people
Look,
went.
he's carting away fucking, who is that?
That model broad.
Andy McDowell.
Right,
from,
Andy McDowell.
Groundhog.
He
Day.
was the leading guy.
Do we have a moment of that? I don't remember what his voice sounds like. Can we find? Is there like a 10-second clip we can play?
It could sound like, whoa, whoa.
from Green Card.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
How sick of hearing Fried Green Tomatoes was everybody? I just kept saying it.
Yes, you did.
It's like we heard you. It's wrong.
So is he
Green
really
Card.
going to live in Russia?
Yeah, that's
Or
it.
do you think
He's
it's kind of a
fucking-
photo op?
No, he did it.
Is there
He
good
did
places to live in Russia?
Oh,
We don't know much about Russia, do we?
we really don't.
Is mauve the color of this console?
Mauve.
I don't know.
And then there's mauve.
Mauve could be close. All right, here's the trailer.
Yeah, a trailer for Green Card.
All right,
All right, let's hear a
This
little.
was a huge movie.
Gerard
What year was
Depardieu.
this?
1990.
90.
That's right.
I thought it was earlier. He did something in the 80s.
Child of the 80s.
It's
Yeah,
called,
I
like,
remember like
The Idiot or the fucking something. The Dolt.
I remember being in high school and I took a date to see this.
Oh, it's Green
90?
Card.
Yep.
Oh well.
Child of the 80s, baby.
Child of the 80s.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Dumb or something left back.
I was a little. Good. I was in my late teens. I'll admit
I
it.
can't see it.
Disgusting.
Thanks.
You're together? Sort of. Do you mind?
You're like an old married couple.
Are you married, George?
Not usually.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, not normally.
You're getting divorced.
Yes, definitely.
From Peter Weir, the director of Dead Poets Society, comes the story of two total strangers who entered into a marriage of convenience.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Bronte, is this true?
Yes, but it's not the way you think.
They thought they'd never have to see each other again.
Oh, just for the green card.
I'm with the investigation department of the INS.
Oh shit!
What? The Immigration Service.
The government
Hope there's no
changed
spoilers in this.
everything.
Let him move into my apartment. I can't believe you're saying that.
But if marrying a stranger doesn't shock
Yeah, that
you,
guy.
then letting spend a couple of
remember that
nights
guy.
sleeping on the sofa, well, that shouldn't shock you either.
You don't like me.
Oh. I bet at the end they turn out to love each other, right?
No. They actually
What?
don't.
Illegal aliens marrying for residency status.
Let me do the talking.
I'll do the talking. How did you two meet?
We thought of
Miss Kravitz?
into each other.
Get that story straight.
Mom, Dad. What's going on?
What is that?
This is George. Handyman.
I hereby swear that the evidence you're about to give is the truth.
Oh, my
I'm a
God.
This sounds thrilling.
Refugee.
Is this an action movie?
You
looks
gotta
horrible.
fly or something.
I'm the husband.
Yeah.
Trailers haven't changed in years.
And it's got the No Country for Old Men haircut.
Touchstone
That's where they got it from.
presents France's most acclaimed actor, Gerard Depardieu.
Really?
And America's
Jerry
newest
Lewis.
film sensation, Andy McDowell.
Newest
In
film
the story of
sensation.
Two very different
Wow.
people sharing one very unusual
This ain't no
relationship.
Groundhog's Day.
She hasn't aged either.
No.
It's creepy.
Yeah, she looks the same in
kept
those
her shit
makeup
together,
commercials
man.
and shit.
It's nice to see like a frump like him though getting leading man
Green
roles.
Card.
Green card. I bet at the end they fucking realize that
They're
they
actually in love?
are in love.
No,
Holy fuck.
Hollywood wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
No
well,
way.
They don't.
No.
At the end, what happens is because it goes through, they can get married.
Yeah.
And before he leaves, he says, "I want to feel the snugness of a back door," and he mushes her face into the Afghan and puts it in her hiney. Did you see Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
No.
I just saw that over the weekend. The daughter of the Giants owner or something,
Rooney Mara?
is fucking great.
Yeah?
And
Really?
there's a scene where she is brutally ass fucked.
Wow.
It's a good movie.
Did she enjoy it?
No.
No.
No. She reacted like any of us would have. Kicking an ouch.
Wow.
A lot of ouches.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I took in a little film this weekend also on pay-per-view.
Uh-oh.
Taken 2.
Oh, you went really?
So it's on. Yeah, it's on.
Really?
On demand.
You didn't like
Dude.
the first one, right?
No, I thought the first one was ridiculous, just like we all did.
No, not all.
Well, oh, really?
I was all in.
You were all in?
I mean, there were some problems with the movie, but I loved the action
Well, if you
scenes.
thought there were problems with that first one, The second one is so utterly bad.
Really?
It's so bad.
Were the action scenes good at least? Taken had some good action scenes.
Yeah.
There's a chase scene where the daughter is now driving and the father's in the passenger seat shooting because they're being chased.
Right.
It's the same dialogue during the entire chase. He just keeps going, go faster, go faster. And she's like, I can't do this. Yes, you can. Because she doesn't have her license. See, at the beginning, he picks her up so she could take her practice for her road test.
Right.
She can't even parallel park.
But now she's
going through these little Budapest streets.
But now she's out driving the bad guys.
Yeah, and she's shifting. She's doing those things where you're going in reverse, and then you go, "Wah!" And now you're going forward.
She's doing all that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't parallel park at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, the movie starts with him
great.
lying on a table while people sit around and dip their California roll in his hair.
Yeah, how was that hair?
Thinking,
How's the hair?
Very soy sauce. Very soy saucy hair he had.
I mean, the first one I didn't mind. The storyline was a little stupid, but
there's a point
but
where
I love the action scenes.
Where he's like he's taken. Him and his wife are taken.
Oh,
and,
wait, they're the ones that
Yes, and now the daughter's out, and she's trying to help.
Ugh.
So he has the daughter to try to locate where he is. He has the daughter throwing hand grenades around like Turkey. Like she's on rooftops, and she just lobs a grenade, and you hear boom, and then he's like, 1, 2, 3, and he hears the boom, so he's able to tell how far away.
Oh, God.
It's so
That's what we think of.
impossible.
That's what we think of Turkey, by the way.
Yeah, just lob grenades.
Lob grenades around. We don't give a fuck.
It doesn't even matter where you throw 'em.
Nah.
How far away?
I don't care about those people.
Was it the same daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and she did run a little at the beginning, and I got a little chuckle.
Is she the one that came in?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
She's fucking hot, man.
She's beautiful.
Really
man.
cute.
We all kind of like,
Yeah.
got a little,
She's really cute.
little plump.
What's her
interviewing
name?
her.
She was
Maggie Grace.
Maggie
Maggie
Grace.
Grace.
Yeah. I
Beautiful.
follow her on the Twitter.
I got vibes from her.
Did you?
No.
Yeah, she was pretty fucking hot, but the movie's utterly ridiculous.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah. Watched the whole thing, fucking beginning credits to end credits, my friend, and it stunk. It stunk a big one. And then I saw Zero Dark 30.
Ooh, how was that?
Pretty fucking good.
I hear it's good.
But you know what? You saw it, right, Jim?
Loved it, yeah.
You loved it? I know it's not an action movie.
Right.
But it does get a little long-winded in the analytical portion of what's going on from the beginning. I did like the torture scenes. Those were fucking great. I mean, is it
You think
bad
that's how
that
they do
I
it?
thoroughly enjoyed, even though it's a movie and they're actors, that might have fucking happened?
No,
that
it probably did
love,
happen.
I
It probably
loved
happened
it.
just like that.
I
That's
loved
why the
it, too.
CIA's getting involved with that movie.
I love it. He goes, you break.
They're pissed.
Everyone breaks. He goes, it's biology.
That was a great line.
It's like fucking, you can't, hey, I'd love to tell you might fucking sweat it out, but nah. The human body just can't fucking deal with this shit.
I didn't mind the slower, investigative parts, because to me, they were telling a true story. So
Right.
That's what I hated about Ben Affleck's movie, which I loved until they actioned it up. It was ridiculous, and they didn't need
I liked
to
it a
action
lot.
it up.
I did like it a lot.
Yeah.
It just, it was one point where I was kind of like, oh, okay. Then they got me back. And then, of course, the end where they actually go in.
To the raid,
And the scene where the one soldier turns to the other and he's just looking at him and goes, do you realize what you just did? Like, the guy doesn't even realize. Like, they're just all wound up for a mission. It's like, dude,
Man.
you just did it. You just shot the guy.
And they're saying it's pretty accurate to what actually happened,
I
right?
gather.
That's why the government's getting involved.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, the guy we were supposed to interview the guy, and the Pentagon's suing him for his book. So now he's not doing any, and he couldn't do any press. The seal that wrote the book.
Right.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I thought it was great.
It was good. I liked it.
The girl was good who starred in it, because he credited her anyway. She was legitimately the one who got Bin Laden. Mm-hmm. I love Gandolfini's little fucking thing as Panetta.
Ah, it was great. The theater I went to was fucking nice. They served vodka, orange juice, and cranberry.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
In the theater?
Yeah. Yep. It was the best fucking theater I've ever been to. And all you had to do was press a button and the movie stops. So you could take a piss and not miss a fucking...
Yeah, was it packed, though? Weren't the rest of the people pissed?
You would think a movie theater like that would be
Yeah.
packed.
Because how many people were in there?
I think it was only one. Yeah.
One person?
Just me.
Wow.
And considering the price, you'd think the price to go into a movie like that would be very expensive. Very reasonable.
Wow.
Very. Cheaper than a normal movie ticket.
The price to that theater was your soul.
Very good. I saw a movie too, which is very rare. in
It's our
household.
movie break.
I saw, and it turns out I think Sam saw the same movie, and we didn't have
Was
it
it
planned out.
animated, Opie?
No.
Did it have songs and dancing
Oh, God,
crabs?
no more.
Did it have cars with colors on them? That
No, my kid is into
No?
SpongeBob though. Thank God.
Oh.
He said, "Fuck Caillou."
Caillou.
Although every once in a while he tries to go back to the Caillou, and I throw on Nickelodeon because they just have SpongeBob marathons around
All
the
the
clock.
time. They know what kids
And then
want
he's
to
into the SpongeBob. I'm like, thank God.
Can he watch more than one SpongeBob Bob episode in a row? Or like more than one Caillou episode in a row?
I could put on the same SpongeBob episode all day long, and he has no idea it's the
I
same
don't
one.
get it with kids. They don't.
He's not at that stage where he goes, "I've seen this already."
Yeah, hey, Pop, what the fuck?
Look at that yellow fucking thing moving around. This is great.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yellow. It's moving. It's cool. Sound coming out.
Yeah. His new thing is stop talking.
Holy shit, he's heard the audience.
Stop talking. Wonderful. But I saw Dark Days.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I was watching it.
What
is that?
I found out through Jess.
Oh, I was about to
That
say.
you were seeing Dark Days as well. Dark Days is the documentary they did on the mole people back in 2000. I thought it was in the 90s this movie came out, but it was 2000. About the people that live underground in that same tunnel that I just did a video about recently.
it was
And that's why
crazy.
I went and said, you know what, I got to go see Dark Days again.
The movie's on Netflix, and it was really cool watching it after your YouTube video.
Yeah.
Because, like, your video was, like, what it really looks like.
Right.
And so, you know, you could actually put it in context of where it was. My favorite was the guy who was down there, and he was talking about how he was a hustler.
Yeah.
Except he just sold garbage.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm about to get up there and make that money.
Yeah.
I sell a VCR. Works like new. I sell it. I make money.
And that's why I thought the movie was from the late 80s, early 90s, because he's selling a VCR. Then it turns out it's 2000. But he did have some CDs at one point.
Right. He's
Because
like,
I'm
"These
going
are
to my
good."
guy in
Was
the
it cr-
Bronx
was it
on
crowded?
185th Street.
Was it crowded down there? Like, were there a lot of... Like the one you showed, it was pretty clear.
Oh, no. They cleared everyone out. And this movie, it was around the time they were clearing everyone out. They got rid of them in the 90s, and this movie was released in 2000. And there was an update, so it looks like the movie went back a few years. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking they filmed around 95, 96-ish, maybe, then had an update, and then released the thing in about 2000. They only focused on about maybe a dozen people. Maybe a dozen people. It was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just eight.
I think the filmmaker had a great opportunity there, and I think I don't know. I think it could have been a lot better, to be honest with you. But it was still cool as hell because these people were living the fuck down there.
Is there any like documentary or shit from when it was really like
I don't think
crazy down there?
There is a book called Mole People I read that gives a better idea of what it's all about.
Because everyone has an impression that it's like a fucking, sci-fi movie or one of those like future movies where people are just relegated to the tunnels and...
Well, the people they were interviewing were down there 5-6 years, but they were talking about other people that had been living down there for decades.
Jesus.
So they were living there in the 70s when this movie was filmed. Like, they've been down there 20 years. They would show older people every once in a while, but obviously they're probably too far gone or crazy that they didn't actually interview them. But they would show them in front of their little shanty and showering and stuff.
That
with
must
the
have been
pipes.
like fucking crazy-ass crime and rape down there.
Well, they all were crackheads, most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny watching, like, because they showed people smoking crack, but then they also did interviews with people who were obviously fucked up, but there was, like, one guy who was, like, trying to not seem fucked up for the interview.
Yeah.
And he was like the guy next to him said something like about dragons or something like ridiculous, and he hit him while he was doing the interview.
Yeah.
Like, shut the
Hey, I'm
fuck
trying
up.
to fucking present an image here.
How
There
big
are
were
some
bed
great-
bugs down there, you think?
Bed bugs, they showed rats in between every scene, basically.
Oh, man.
They wanted to make it perfectly clear there's a lot of rats down there because that was their
that.
B-roll shot or whatever.
Yeah.
They would show rats and then
their
move on to something
transition
else.
shot were
Transition
rats.
shots,
Great.
I should say.
Great.
Yes.
Were they freaked out by the rats being around them?
No,
or were
they
so
laughed
used to
at
it?
them. They figured out ways to keep them out of their little areas.
How would they do that?
built some impressive space down there.
Yeah.
How would they keep a rat away from them?
They were just trying to plug up all the holes and whatnot, and a couple people had dogs to chase the rats away. One guy had 4 dogs, and they all were underfed. That was depressing to see.
It's like Terminator, like the people that had to live underground with the dogs and the fucking.
And then one guy, he was so sick of people banging on his little living area asking for crack that he took paint and wrote "No crack" on the front of his makeshift house.
That's great.
He said he stopped doing crack. And so he needed everybody to stop coming in and doing crack or asking him for crack in his house.
Right.
That crack really fucking did some shit.
I just wish they had more shots of the actual community down there. They only focused on some people and where they lived. That's what bothered me, and also how they got in and out, and what their days consisted of when they were above ground. They showed a little of that, but it was always close-ups of them just going through
panhandling and garbage.
No, just going through garbage.
And it wasn't a lot of wide shots.
Not a lot of wide shots. That's what drove me nuts.
So you could see their spaces,
right?
But you couldn't really tell.
You couldn't get a
how close they were to each other.
Yeah, you couldn't get a feel for how many homes were down there.
That's weird. You think they did that to kind of falsely present an image?
I don't know. I just think the guy had a great subject for a documentary, and I think it fell short, to be honest with you. A lot of people praise this movie. It was good, but I don't know.
I liked it. The one guy, the guy who had the crack sign.
Yeah.
All he did all day, every day, was work on his quote house. He just worked on his house every day.
That's good. He's putting some sweat equity into that thing.
Window, he'd take out the window.
But these guys,
he's a regular Bob Vila of the fucking scums.
But they figured out how to shower down there. They broke some pipes, so there was just water constantly pouring out. But you would have to take a freezing cold shower. But they did. Then they had one guy with an electric shaver. They figured out how to plug into the electricity. They had cable TV down there on these shitty black and white TVs.
Legal?
The guy with the shaver was great because he was the same guy who was talking about how he was a hustler. I'm a hustler. That's what I am. I'm a hustler because he's selling VCRs.
VCRs.
But he was like, I'll put down here 5 years of my life because, you ain't got to worry about anything. I'm saving. I got power. Con Ed's not sending me any bills.
Motherfucker, he wins.
He goes, why would I live above ground? I don't have to pay me. He's got electricity, a TV, and electric shaver.
Maybe so you're not next to the fucking guy with no crack on his door, and rats running around. Maybe.
What kind of health insurance do they have down there, or medical care?
Yes.
And then
he's getting money.
Oh, you just reminded me of something and just fucking hit. He's
a hustler.
But yeah, it's not glamorous. Like there was the one guy who his security system was put a frying pan on a pencil and attach it to some string.
Right.
So that way when somebody walks by, they trip over it and the frying pan makes a noise.
That's pretty
good. He has to wake
good.
up in the middle of the night anytime anybody walks by.
But it's better than being stabbed in the middle of the night.
Really? That's good. Does he get a call from the main office? We've noticed your frying pan went off. Are you okay? Do you need help? Your frying pan.
They seem relatively happy down there.
Yeah.
There was something I want to mention that I can't remember.
I guess compared to living in a park where it's fucking freezing, that's a big step
they said
up.
why, if we go above ground, they're going to throw us in a shelter or something, and that shit is scary. Because I guess you get all your stuff, stolen, you get beat up a lot.
Shelters in movies look pretty cool. It's like a family that fell through the cracks. And they're there, and, it's not the best things, but through their love and companionship, they make it through. Oh, that's right. It's a bunch of people that should be in mental hospitals.
What was the violence like down there? Was it, less than you'd think?
This is all the stuff they didn't really get into. I have no idea.
This guy stinks.
I know.
I have no idea. I mean, it's a whole community where they lived there easily in the 70s all the way until this movie was made around late 90s, and you have no idea of any of that stuff. No clue.
I wonder if...
How many people, die? How many people are actually living down there? Because there's been rumors that it's been, tens of thousands to, hundreds. The guy had a great opportunity. I'm sorry. He fucking missed out.
You think some people just buried people down there when they died?
I'm sure.
You just dig a hole and bury them like, that's it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Never to be found again.
And it was in black and white, which I get stylistically.
Oh, that's right.
That was forced.
Right.
I felt like, oh God, really? You didn't need to make it black and white because, if you filmed in color, it would have looked so gritty because they couldn't really get a great light source down there.
And the whole point is people want to see what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one of the main points.
I felt the same way about Birth of a Nation. I thought, nice.
Black and white, using black and white, that was kind of hack, I thought. Like, really? You went with the black and white?
Gritty man.
Right. You didn't have to do that. When you saw the rats, you could tell it was gritty.
Did that have anything to do with lighting, though? Do you think? Could black and white be shot at a lower
Then
light?
they go up on the street and they'd still be in black and white.
You know, in all fairness, we should probably
what do you think?
We should probably try to book the guy for a quick interview. I bet you, in all fairness, he used black and white because he didn't have a big budget.
Is there a big money difference in the film?
No, I'm
Film,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, especially back then.
If it's on film,
Especially back
it's a
then.
huge difference.
Yeah.
That's why Clerks was black and white.
So maybe that's why.
Ooh.
Maybe he went black and
Little
white
movie.
because he didn't have a lot of money, and then realized, wait, black and white would work in this situation. I just thought it was kind of, I don't know, forced.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Just do it on video.
Think there's a lot of oral sex down there?
Fucking cheapo.
That's what.
No fucking.
That's what someone
art
told me about
class.
my video. Said, watch out. A lot of guys go down there to get blowjobs.
No, but I mean mole people that like eat each other's assholes and pussies. like in a tent, like with a frying pan outside of security.
great.
Girls sit on your face.
Well, there was one black girl that loved smoking the crack.
Oh my God, she didn't mind being filmed doing it either.
And she got mad because the one guy who kind of cared about her, a white dude, is like, when are you going to stop? And I'll stop when I'm ready.
I got bronchitis.
I'll stop when I'm ready.
I thought someone was barbecue.
And then she goes, and who are you? And he goes, I don't smoke crack anymore because he was a big crackhead.
Yeah.
You still smoke the pot? That's a drug as well.
The pot.
So
Smoking
leave
the
me
pot.
alone.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, man.
Got time for that?
She had the biggest mouth and the biggest lips I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
Of course, I know.
You got pictures of these broads? You got a trailer for Dark Days?
Yeah.
Anything?
That'd be a good idea. Yeah, get a little.
It was a good movie, but
feel for that.
It's too bad that he didn't give an overall picture of the history of it. Even the history was kind of.
Came down in the tunnel, it looked dangerous, man. It looked real dangerous. Because even in the daytime it was dark. And I was scared.
Won some awards though.
I said, somewhere down the line,
that's The Hustler.
It can't be bad as it is up
It won the assumed of the
on the street. Yeah, kids messing with you.
man.
Yeah, the police messing with you.
Where this motherfucker going?
Anybody can walk by you while you're sleeping on the bench and bust you in the head.
That's sort of how I got it.
I would never go to it like that.
Because ain't nobody in their right mind going to come down there. So you ain't have to worry about nobody coming down there messing with you. Because they're not. So they going to be too scared to come in there.
No one messes with you. The only thing you got to worry about is dying. If that happens, you don't know anyway.
I went online to try to get updates on some of these people they feature in the movie, and there's no updates. So I don't think that's good.
Probably not. No.
But it's called Dark Days. It's on Netflix.
It's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Oh, if you say so.
This is that guy hustling and talking about how he doesn't have to pay Con Ed.
Well, and he's living large. Look at that.
And he's got he's naked, and he's got a piece of glass that he's holding up for a mirror that's all like
That's
shards
all you need,
and
though.
everything.
You go judge him, fucking Sam. Judge the guy.
I'm saying he's getting money.
Oh!
He doesn't have to pay Con Ed.
motherfucker.
That guy, I think he was the one who said, he goes, you see that? I forgot what make of car he said, but I think he said something like, that's my Cadillac. And it's a shopping cart. He goes, that's as valuable as a Cadillac.
Cadillac.
He didn't say Cadillac, though. What did he say? Fucking Mercedes or something?
I can't remember, but he had like a
fuck,
he had
whatever.
he had a few shopping carts, and they were all with stuff tied into them.
Right.
And he said, you know what that is? Money, money.
This guy's a hustler, man.
That's more valuable than a Mercedes.
Yeah.
His bed was very messy, though. I was looking at that in the back while he shaved.
Yeah,
What a messy little area.
I hope he doesn't have any bed bugs or anything.
I bet he does.
Like that.
That's what would drive me crazy. It's the bugs.
You think there's ever roaches down there?
Oh my God! You must get so used to it.
Yes.
Was the one guy eating a rat?
Oh God.
I don't know.
They made it. Well, I don't know why they wouldn't just say, but he was basically saying how delicious this thing he was eating, and the other guy's like, what, was disgusted, and then he was talking about how he spiced it all up and made it taste
Spiced it up. This is delectable.
and then they had some cutaways to rats, so I think they were trying to tell you that he was eating rat, but they didn't want to say it was a rat for whatever reason.
Have yourself a drumstick. This shit righteous.
Yeah.
Look at that mess he lives in.
Oh, God.
He's just bragging about the whole thing.
How about you straighten up? You got camera people coming in.
Well,
straighten up.
he was the messy guy. There was another guy that was, like Sam said, constantly working on his shit and even would sweep the floor.
Wow. He was the guy who used to be a crack addict, and you could tell the only thing keeping him off crack was constantly working on his house.
Right. If he stopped for a second, he'd have that pipe back in
the
his
crack
mouth.
fucked up something in his brain where now he's OCD sweeping guy instead of crack.
Wow.
I've seen this. I have seen this.
Brutal.
We went when we were at NEW to a small, weird, out-of-the-way theater downtown. I don't even remember where to see this. And it was a narrow theater, I remember, in black and white. It was a cool experience.
Fucking Soundgarden.
Oh, that guy on the right was fucking downright scary.
These were the guys that were all fucked up, and the guy with the beard with the gnarly teeth was obvious. Was just saying nonsense. And I think he's a black or Hispanic guy with the mustache. Was like hitting him and being, except he was fucked up too, obviously.
Yeah. Are you saying that fucking? Oh my God! Richard Dreyfuss was talking, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was telling him to shut up.
The guy on the left, for whatever reason, had a pile of pictures of all his old pets. That's what he was, and he was talking about every pet and how much he loved this pet, and then would tell you how the fucking pet tragically died.
Holy fuck!
That a stereo behind them?
Yeah.
Oh man,
and it
got a
works.
big speaker and
That's
stereo
a neat
system.
house, at least.
They figured out how to plug in down there.
Yeah, but they probably.
But why wouldn't
are
they
able to-
show where they plugged in? That must have been just a fire trap waiting to
Oh
happen.
man, I bet.
They needed more like the narrators. The
There
guy
was
who
no
made
narrator.
it to have a voice in it. Like it was literally just
Oh,
the
it was
camera
just
on these
them.
people.
Yeah, they could have used a narrator, and they certainly could have used
make a story out of it or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder how hard it is to get real structures down there because the holes are so small. How do you get?
No, there's another way in where it's wide open.
Oh,
but it's way uptown.
And they go to the fucking construction sites. I bet they scavenge some wood,
and they drag them
fucking
down the tracks a couple miles to where they were living.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because at the end of the film, Amtrak was kicking them out. Sorry, spoiler alert. And they've decided to wreck their own homes before they left. I guess.
like Little House on the Prairie when they blew up fucking the town.
I guess it was their way of like I don't know, freeing themselves or something. So they had sledgehammers.
What do you do when you make a sandcastle at the beach and you're ready to leave? You stomp the shit out of that. You don't want anybody else playing with it.
You don't want anyone else enjoying your
I don't.
sandcastle.
No, what do you do?
I dance around it and pretend I'm the king.
Because Amtrak probably wanted a lot of those valuable properties that they had built.
Yeah.
And they took sledgehammers, and you saw how good these things were built because they had a tough time knocking them down, man.
Why would they just leave them and go? What are you doing?
Well, I don't know. Maybe for the movie they decided, hey, we want you to destroy your home for the
I'll
movie.
give you
or something.
$20 if you bash your
Yeah,
fucking house.
maybe.
Then here you go.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
get
right,
some
Jimmy.
real fucking action.
Basically just bum fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason. So
I bet you they're still under there somewhere in another part of town.
oh no, there's a lady named Brooklyn that I'm going to interview soon. She's a cat lady down there. She has hundreds of cats.
Oh, she must have so many fleas on her.
Oh,
we
God.
were deep down the tracks in a really dark section, and the guy was with Moses, who's going to be on the show soon. He starts calling up to this area that was above us, probably I'm going to guess 15 feet above us. There was some kind of ledge, and he was calling into the darkness for this woman, and I'm like, because we're just kind of in the shadows. I'm like, I don't want anyone to know we're down here. Who knows who the fuck is up there?
Fucking A.
And she didn't call back, so he's like, she's probably above ground right now. But she's been living there forever. And this guy that I was with, him and his buddies spent the night down there for her 50th birthday. I go, tell me you didn't sleep all night. He goes, no, I actually got a couple hours of sleep. And I'm like, you're fucking nuts. Thus
There must have
then
been
why
so
he
many
took me to the
fleas.
other place and got me to a weird fucking predicament.
I would want to, if I ever did
right.
that, I would want,
This guy's crazy, this guy.
take some off, spray yourself with off first. I'd want one of those fucking helmets. I'd want a helmet. And then I'd want fucking the night vision goggles.
Yeah.
And I'd want a gun. And I'd want Kevlar like boots.
Yeah.
Then I might go down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'd go if I was dressed like fucking Armstrong. If I was dressed like Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, that's how I would. I'd be fucking Space Kid.
I would spend the night down there. I wouldn't sleep though.
fuck
I wouldn't
that.
sleep a fucking wink though. Like these guys, we got drunk and stuff. So I got a couple hours. And I'm like, no
bugs.
way, man.
Bugs.
I didn't see one rat. I was on the ground for over 2 hours.
Tape up my
not
pant
one rat.
leg on my boot. You tape
All
that shit up.
Yeah, sure.
Gloves, tape it. Because I wouldn't want fucking bugs. You get infested.
No
smoking meth on Breaking Bad?
Exactly.
Yes.
I didn't see a rat, and then it was told to me that, obviously the rats go where the people are, and there's no people down there anymore.
Aw.
People, rats need us.
They
basically.
certainly do. And when they realize that, maybe they'll be a little more cordial.
No kidding. There's the lady with the huge mouth and lips.
And that's the guy who loved his house.
What is she doing to him?
I think she's shaving his head.
Shaving his head.
That's nice.
Probably
She
good
got
for
a hair
bugs.
twirler?
Well, she lost her home, in quotes, because she did someone wrong, so they burnt it down.
Right.
And they showed the fire department down there having to fucking deal with this fire.
Oh, man.
And then so she moved
She got
in with
fire
this guy
insurance.
who used to smoke crack, but only smokes weed now.
Right. And
she-
he wrote no crack on his
yeah,
his
and
wall.
he's trying to get her off the crack.
I looked at my house and said, "Oh Lord, it's a fire."
Fire. She kind of said it like that.
Oh Lord, it's a fire. She is not pretty.
They had a
No.
She could be the ugliest broad I've ever seen in my life.
She loves crack, though.
Loves it.
Loves the crack, huh?
Loves it
The
so much.
filmmaker had to make sure you knew that. It's like,
Don't
okay,
like
we
crack.
get it. She likes crack. There was a good shot of her off to the side watching her little home burn down.
Aw.
She was very sad.
That's very sad
She was
for
extremely sad.
her. She's shaving the head down there? She's
Yep.
got a beauty parlor for herself.
No, the guy likes the worst hairdo ever. It's where his whole head is shaved, but then he has those like the beard that starts way up here in
Right.
the side of his fucking
Like by his
skull.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy was fucking scary.
Well.
It's Dark Days. It's on Netflix.
He was obsessed with the houses, too, because not only was he rebuilding his house, the guy next to him was like, I think you probably got the nicest house down here. And he was like, no, I don't have the nicest house down here. You know who has the nicest house?
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's keeping up with the fucking Joneses
Yeah,
down there.
Obsessed.
Oh, man.
Who's the guy who goes, he was going to put a balcony in upstairs, decided against
Oh,
it?
that was
balcony.
It. Yeah.
He's balcony guy?
He was like, he put a balcony in, he took the balcony out, he built a window, but then he took the window out. So he's just building structures and
It
taking them
needs
down.
to build. Keep
Yeah.
that
Well,
fucking...
he wanted a window, and then you realize if you have a window, then all the crackheads are going
It's
to
an
be peeking
entry
in,
point.
seeing what they could steal
Right.
from you.
And then he had to take some paint and write no crack on his door.
Because he had it.
Because a crackhead would be like, well, we're going to go... no, it says no crack right there on the wall.
No crack.
No crack, what are you going to do?
Oh, it's fucking that rape case.
It's
we were
fucking
watching the news.
So enraging.
Yeah,
Of course it is.
5 men accused of barbaric rape
In India.
in India, yeah. That was this. I read some of the details of that. It's just, how did fucking people... I gotta say, I think there are certain people on this planet that aren't really people.
They should be burned alive.
There's
these
nothing...
guys.
The thing that makes you a human, as opposed to an animal, I think it's that part of you that has, like, compassion and fucking, like, guilt and, like, all those things that, like, keep you from doing bad things. That would upset you to the point where you can't live anymore. You know, like, we were talking about how people can shoot somebody and then just go to sleep and go and hang out with their friends the next day. And it's like, how the fuck can you not just wake up in the middle of the night going, I shot somebody?
Of course. And then we try to save everyone.
They shouldn't be treated as humans. They should be put down. Put down.
World would be in a much better place. You just get rid of
Yes.
those fucking people.
They raped this girl brutally, and her fucking boyfriend or something. They beat up badly, and in this bus they were riding. They were driving for hours through the city.
Yeah.
And didn't they pull her intestines out or something with these bare hands? One of the guys.
Clawed her open and ripped her insides.
Why
out.
do you need to do that?
Because you have
What's
no.
wrong?
Because you're an animal.
They're just animals.
How do they handle people like that over there?
Well,
because in America we cuddle them and we protect
you gotta
them
make
and
sure
give
they're
them a 8 to 10 year fucking case.
Well, we at least give them
Trial,
the opportunity to excuse themselves and blame something else other than the fact that they don't have a portion of their mind and their brain and their soul and consciousness that stops you from doing shit like that.
4 of them are facing hanging, and the one who's underage, who was the most barbaric, because the Indian law is only facing 3 years. They have those weird juvenile laws.
3
there.
years? That's it over there?
All they can give them.
Why would they do that?
You know right away what your kid's going to be like. This kid's not going to change.
No,
he's
17.
barbaric.
He's
and you should get him
raping.
off the fucking planet immediately.
Yeah, and
I don't give a fuck how old he is.
disemboweling women with your bare hands. I don't think 3 years is.
And they tried to
sufficient.
back her over with the bus. There was like one of these illegal buses where, like, you know, I'm guessing it's like a party bus here. That's just my guess. Where they'd come out, they'd seen a movie, The Life of Pi, and they were just going home. And I guess they saw the bus. They, we can get on here. And there was these other guys on the bus.
Fucking animals.
And the bus driver. and one of them was a personal trainer, and one of them was the bus driver's brother, and then there's just two other guys.
Bus driver got involved?
Yeah, well, they were probably looking for some devious shit, or maybe it just happened, but 5 guys.
Crazy.
They might have raped him, too. They sexually assaulted her with a fucking crowbar, too.
Jesus.
For hours.
Why the anger?
They're animals.
They're dirtbags. Whatever happened to a little pinch on the hiney or a little, as we like to call it, the ETs. The
little
old
elbow titting.
The old elbow titting in a crowded fucking
That's
space.
just it. You can't even say, like, why would they do that? Because they're not humans.
The whole world is fucking annoyed. And I'll tell you, Anonymous, they do some stuff that drives me nuts, but they do some fucking stuff I love.
That school,
the school in
rape
Ohio.
thing? Yeah.
I think these guys are getting special treatment because they were like athletes.
Yep.
There's some alleged
Oh, in
rape.
Steubenville?
And Anonymous had enough.
Steubenville, Ohio, that's a horrendous case as well.
I don't know that one as well.
That video of
they were bragging about it.
Guy
I saw
bragging.
that.
Yeah. You just wanted to. Did you just want to fucking kill that guy?
And I guess they're star athletes, or at least one is a star athlete, so they were trying to handle it differently,
right?
And they got caught.
Yeah. How'd they get caught? Like, what weren't they doing?
Facebook or something, and was just bragging. The video that was going around.
And what was the town doing differently? Like, what were they not doing that they should?
I think the police chief sort of was like, well, these things happen. These kids. And the football coach was even worse. He was saying, hey, if she was asleep during the whole thing, then why is she so upset? Like, she doesn't remember it. Yeah, no shit. Unbelievable.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking.
There's a website the town just put up. We got that story. They put the town is getting so much shit. They put a town-sponsored website.
Really?
Because there was like thousands of people going to show up because of Anonymous organizing this protest.
Fuck them.
Yeah, they're releasing. I love when Anonymous just releases people's shit, like people who should.
It's like, here's every bit of information that makes them a person in this age.
Right. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got some food in front of us.
Yes, we do.
Radio Wizard here yet?
I don't know, but there's a slight update on the wall situation.
There is.
What?
Wait, of course, it's day 4 of Move That Wall.
Masterful Plan on Twitter twittered me a link to a White House petition that has been started.
Oh, wow.
It's a White House petition. Make the Radio Wizard remove the wall in Opie and Anthony's studio at SiriusXM to create more space for quality broadcasting.
Wow.
Quality broadcasting.
I hope that passes.
So far, there is one signature on the petition.
Oh, come on. The president's not going to get involved, is he?
Jimmy, you don't know.
Come on, let's move the wall. It's time.
All right.
All right.
I have one quick question before we go. Maybe we could talk about it when we come back. But is Hogan still suing Bubba and his wife?
Oh, I think Sam Roberts would probably know about
I
this.
think he refiled a lawsuit against Gawker, who started the whole thing, right?
He refiled against Gawker.
$100 million.
He's still suing Bubba's wife, not Bubba.
Oh, Bubba's wife.
It says Heather and Bubba, but maybe that's just wrong.
Yeah, to my knowledge, he dropped the lawsuit against Bubba after the apology and everything.
Okay.
But Heather,
But she seems to be the one that pushed this out there, maybe?
that's what he's accusing.
Maybe,
yeah.
because I don't know. I don't need to get involved with this bullshit.
Damn. I remember her from the Real World.
Oh.
Right there. She was on the Real World.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the first Real World in New York.
First Real World.
She does a show
the black
now.
chick. From
Where
the Real
does she
World.
do a show?
With Sway.
Sway?
I didn't know that.
She sways like sidekick?
Yeah. It's got a couple of chicks in
Shouldn't she be white?
What's her name again?
That'd be interesting. Ooh, Robin.
Heather from the Real World New York?
Yeah.
That was the first one?
Oh, yeah.
She was in love with Larry Johnson, the basketball player.
Oh,
Remember
wow.
that?
He played with the
always
Hornets.
like, oh, Larry
And the
Johnson.
Knicks.
Yeah, when he was in Nick, I think.
What year is that, 93?
Well, it's probably 20 years ago at least at this point, right?
One of those guys is a buddy of mine.
20 years ago.
Dave Edwards.
We should look into what happened 20 years ago on this show.
No, we've done that.
Oh, Jimmy.
I think they just passed the 20-year mark for this show.
Yeah, I think it's more than 20 years.
So I think it's about 22 at this point.
Yeah, it was filmed in 92.
All right, yeah. All right.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It was
20.
92.
Can I see the cast, Sam? I can't see.
That's her. Who else was on that fucking cast? Oh, there was that chick that was like dancing. Oh, Eric Nees
from The Grind.
The Grind. He was part of that cast. And then the gay guy, right? Where's the gay guy?
Every real
No, I
world
think-
needs a gay guy.
Oh, he wasn't gay guy.
They didn't go gay guy yet?
The guy down at the bottom in the middle, he wasn't gay guy?
I don't know. First gay guy I really remember was Pedro.
He was crazy liberal guy, though. Oh, and then the guy in the upper right was musician guy?
Right.
What was the year Dave got thrown off? Dave Edwards for looking at that girl.
That's L.A.
Yeah,
Was that
was L.A.
Oh, I thought
that was season 2
one.
L.A.
Okay.
And Puck was season 3?
Yes.
Yep.
Did he just die? He just died, or no? He's in jail.
No, Puck's in jail.
He's in jail.
For
Like
stalking.
Fuck,
he got arrested for putting his fingers in the peanut butter. I am not a man dying of AIDS. I am a man living with AIDS.
Is he dead or alive?
He's dead.
Yeah,
He was by far the greatest real world character ever.
Yeah.
Well, that was
No
when,
one comes close to Puck.
Hey, Chubbs. Remember he called that chick Chubbs? He goes, yeah, don't worry. No, Chubbs is good. We all see it.
Right.
We all see it.
And then he got his ass kicked off the show. They brought in some Who Gives a Fuck, and then
Yeah.
they kind of brought him back. I'm like, just keep him on the show. He's the greatest thing you ever found.
Yeah.
Why did he get kicked off?
Because he was just
an
obnoxious
asshole.
to everybody.
That one chick in the middle, the white one,
Yeah.
Now we're going back
she
to New
was-
York.
She had a hot body on her.
Yeah.
Remember they showed her at dance class or something?
I don't
She was doing
remember
like
I don't-
hip hop dance and shit.
I don't remember this real world that much. I started watching with the second season,
I
the LA
watched
cast.
that one. I watched that
in
motherfucker.
season
And then I was
two?
all in for a while.
Who's
I
in
was
season?
all in up until Boston.
I remember watching with my lovely wife.
Oh, she was in.
I watched this season. Yes.
I tapped out after Boston.
Wow, you
Really?
weren't even doing radio yet.
No.
Wow.
No, I was a bum. Like I am now, anyway. Yeah, I was working. I remember going home and fucking making me some drinks so I could take my marriage. And then watching The Real World.
Real world marathons.
Marathon.
Were great.
Oh, yeah.
So
I never watched a full episode of Real World.
it was great.
Back then it was good.
Yeah,
now
I've
it's
seen
like
moments.
cast like fucking Laguna Beach.
Yeah, I can't-
The OC.
Like, can you imagine there was a time on reality shows when Puck sticking his fingers in peanut butter was actually drama?
That was amazing.
No, why? Because it was
Yeah.
real.
It was actual people.
Because now they got
Back then, I remember reading a bunch of articles. They filmed for 6 months
Yeah.
to get their shit.
They don't do that now. They
No,
fucking
they're
go like
barely
a
in
week
there a month.
and fucking they make drama. They create situations. I was watching that dumbass Buck Wild show. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
fucking terrible.
Is it really?
And the thing is, it's not a show where you get to know each person's personality and they build a show and based on what happens,
Right.
like that's the drama. They create drama. It's like, let's get these hillbillies, we'll get them a fucking dump truck and make a swimming pool in the back of the dump truck. They don't, they didn't do that.
You don't think they did that?
No.
You don't think someone in the area did that once and they?
Maybe one, but it's so contrived. It's like this, it's so fake, phony, and
Do you
like,
think-
you don't do that many things in a day.
So basically, they probably got a bunch of writers that talked to hillbillies
Yes.
and said, "Okay, once I remember this guy that did this, and then
Right.
one time we did this, and they put
Exactly.
it all together for this show."
Yeah. Bingo.
Oh wow, they tricked me because I'm thinking
terrible.
they've just found a bunch of kids that.
No, it's too much shit in one day. They're having fucking the time of their lives.
You know what Buck Wild is?
Yeah.
It's just, hey, New York, look at how those people talk.
It really is, yeah. And they got to subtitle everybody because they talk like hillbillies. You can't understand them. The chicks are all just a little too chunky, and you'd fuck them, but they're kind of sloppy.
Right. The last one
Yeah.
was like, hey, look at the way they put hair gel in their hair in Jersey. That's
Hey, look at
fucking
that.
crazy.
Hey, rest of the country, look at Jersey. They're crazy.
And now it's like, look at these Southern idiots.
Yeah. Just crazy.
She just did a big smile as she walked by. I guess she knows we were talking about the real world.
Oh.
Mars tipped her off.
Ah, they're talking about
What a
you.
rat he is.
Mars is a rat. It's a family of rats.
Damn rat.
Would you rat
happened?
us out?
He heard it.
Why the big smile? She's never smiled at us. She's polite and nice to us, but
She
never smiled
wants to
like that.
thank you very much for not dogging the first season of The Real World.
Why
I
would she
liked
know we
the
were
first
talking
season.
about?
Why
because
would
she
we
was
dog
in
it?
it.
How'd she know we were talking about it?
She heard it down the
That's
corridor.
what
I
I
liked
thought.
the first season. It was probably
she's
one of the best
thanking you.
seasons.
Yeah, we didn't
Because it was real.
Yeah.
It was like that wasn't they didn't cast them like we need the guy that fucking is the outrageous womanizer, and then we need this guy.
I liked the second season. Yeah,
second one was good too.
You had the guy that wore the cowboy hat who wanted to be a
Oh,
country
right,
singer.
country singer. God,
and
that
never
was-
fucking made it. And it's so easy to be a country singer.
man.
There's a British
country
guy?
western singer.
Irish.
Yeah,
Or
that
Irish,
guy.
whatever.
And then,
It's like-
and then you had Tammy, who fast forward, 15 years is on Basketball Wives.
And she's
she's a
the one-
complete and utter nightmare.
She was the one that got pissed off that she got her covers ripped off.
Yeah.
And got the guy
She was
kicked
married
off
to-
the
That was
show.
the one Jimmy was talking about. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
She was married to who again?
Comic got thrown off.
I don't remember which one.
Oh, fuck.
But she's on Basketball Wives.
What
now.
did Dave exactly do? Did he just rip?
He ripped her covers off.
She was in bed. She was in bed, I think, naked, or maybe at the
She
most
had
bra and
she had a
panties.
nice shirt and panties.
Oh,
on.
panties
That was
on.
it.
And he grabbed the blanket and started pulling it off of her, and she's like, "No, no."
Was he trying to be funny or trying
I
to?
think he
see
was
her?
just trying to be funny.
He was just trying to be like.
And she was laughing at the time.
And then it turned
It
out
was
to
weird.
be this big
And-
controversy.
She
Yeah.
was filing it as sexual assault.
Yeah.
Right.
Was that?
Then she tried to file it as sexual assault.
Fuck her.
Oh, she's a nightmare. You got to see her on Basketball Wives.
That's
She
what
fights
happens.
with everybody.
That's what happens when people stop
Stefan
being
Marbury.
polite
She was married to.
And
I
start
think.
being real.
Start being real.
Yeah. The
True
real
story.
world.
Whatever happened to the country western
True
singer?
story.
Nothing.
Look, he's got his big.
Remember that? The true
black-
story. And then he go, true story. He's trying to like sing it
Was
like
he good?
country. No.
He was convinced he was going to Nashville any moment, at any moment.
He was like, wasn't Garth Brooks really popular at that time?
Very popular.
Yeah, I think
trying
he
to
was
do
like,
exactly that.
yeah, he was trying to be like Garth Brooks.
Wore those same weird colored shirts.
Like he was a country guy, but he was new country, rockin' country,
I
yo.
bet you could find him singing right now.
Oh, I'm
Sam,
sure he's still singing somewhere.
Find his name and find a current YouTube video
Covering
from
his
this guy.
horseshoe bald head with that fucking cowboy hat.
Yeah. He's like Duvall in that fucking Lonesome Doves.
I bet you that he's still trying to make it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This is interesting.
I remember that broad. What?
That was-
she was Hawaii.
That was Ruthie from Hawaii.
Ruthie from Hawaii was
Oh,
a
the drunk
wild one.
She was the drunk one. Yeah.
And
That's
she had a
great.
twin sister. God, how do we remember this shit?
I don't know.
I haven't thought of this in years.
What kind of name is Roofie?
Yeah.
Yo, Roofie.
All right,
Who is
there
it?
he is.
John.
All right,
John
yeah.
Brennan.
John is
was
still
his
wearing
name.
those cowboy hats.
Okay, we got one from 2007.
There you
All
go.
right.
All right. That's good enough.
There we go.
John Brennan.
LA season.
I'm going to be at your single one day, whether you like it.
You open hostility.
Oh, I remember
That
that.
intro.
Now, where is he now?
Is it a Where Is He Now?
I guess
Oh,
so.
that's no. Oh, no.
Look
All
at
right,
him.
go full screen. I got to see and hear this. Oh, I was kidding. But I guess I wasn't.
He looks like the,
Oh, no, he's got hair on his head, I think.
He's a big boy.
Oh,
now.
God. Oh, no. He looks like a guy that sells you insurance.
He looks like a lot of radio programmers.
Oh, look what happened.
Plays
Seen over
country
the
music
years.
when he gets time off his regular guy job.
Yeah, because, he's got a family to support.
Hit it.
So.
To the way that I'm going to change.
So, where is John Brennan now?
Here I am in Owensboro, Kentucky, my hometown.
Oh,
And I lead
never
worship
left.
at my church here every Sunday. We love you, Jesus.
Oh,
He's
guy
good.
now.
Jesus
That's right.
sings
John's
at the
keeping
church.
the faith full time, and he brought his guitar with him.
There he is.
It's on the E-Rock diet plan. Hell happened to that guy.
Jesus did die on the cross. About 8 years ago,
Hey,
I
there's his
realized that just my love for church and my love for God, there was an opportunity there to use my musical ability.
Because it wasn't working in any other.
They don't boo
Jesus
you in
Christ.
church.
Yeah.
There's nothing like more than turning up a loud electric guitar and using it to praise God.
God loves electric guitars.
Yes, that's why he made them.
And flat hair.
Yeah. Wow.
But John didn't go straight from MTV to rock.
Wow. That's
You
young
want more of
John.
this, or?
I don't know. They showed young John doing
All right.
something.
He had to deal with his own real world.
Jumping back into regular life was not easy. When the show's over and you're not living in a real world house anymore, nobody cares that you're tying your shoe. And you go through this whole psychological thing of, oh, suddenly I'm unimportant again.
Ah.
And that suits this cowboy just fine.
Sometimes people recognize me right off the bat. It's starting to wear off. It really is. I'm sort of seeing that I might be able to blend back into regular society.
Might be. It's fucking 20 years
In case you
later.
were wondering, this 30-something single guy is still a proud virgin.
I am still pursuing.
Okay. All right, he's gay.
I am still promoting
I'm gonna
sexual
say.
abstinence for teenagers and any unmarried folks. I'm just saying, you got to follow the Lord's plan in your life because He's smarter than we are.
That's not the only thing John's holding out for these days. It's time for John
Oh, he's got a smoke machine.
dreams of becoming the next Garth
That's the
Brooks.
devil.
Garth Brooks again. He's still trying this.
I'm not giving up that dream. I'm still working on that.
Oh.
I've got big goals in life, and I don't want to be the guy from MTV. Hey, you're John from the real world. Well, no, I'm John Brennan, and I realize she's only on the real world.
No, I'm John
I
Prine.
want to do something in life bigger than that.
Oh, look at that audience.
But
Wow,
that's 2007. Is there any other updates?
Yeah,
really
what's
fast?
happened? That's wow.
That's 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
now.
come on. He's
Gotta
got
start
to
saying 6 years ago.
Got to have made it.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know it's bad when another guy named John Brennan pops up in the search.
John Brennan's getting the.
You're on Real World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow,
That's it.
I don't see a
The
lot.
track goes cold.
No one.
There's some clips from the real world.
Oh, good. I love those.
Oh boy, nothing, huh? How about on YouTube?
That's where I'm at.
Oh,
I thought you were still in the Google search.
Oh,
no.
see
then.
Before we break or anything, I just got another rumor that we're in reference to the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
it's
tipped
of
off
course,
to me.
Move that wall.
Right.
Day
And
4.
it's just a rumor. I hear all the rumors around here.
Yeah. Start most of them.
Well, from what I've been told, a certain department has heard that studio has already been promised to someone else.
What?
What? What's
Who?
Who?
Shade 45.
What?
What?
From what I'm told, a certain department is under the assumption that Shade 45 is going to be moving.
But what
there.
about their studio?
They got
Why
a
would
studio?
they have a studio?
I guess they would prefer to be in the other studio.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, we're never going to win that battle either.
Why?
Well,
I don't know about that.
good luck.
What's wrong with their studio? Like,
I've been in there. There's nothing wrong with that studio.
is it the same as ours size?
Who's telling you this, Sam Roberts?
I'll just say, apparently, the engineering department is buzzing.
Oh my God! Oh, jeez, off the card. Who's the big mouth in engineering?
Where's Mars?
Mars?
Mars.
Get in here,
What's like
Mars.
Squiggy? Hello.
What the fuck?
What do you know about that studio?
Come on, Mars. You knew we were talking about it this
You
morning
didn't see
too.
Whispering to Sam? That's I knew.
We've been asking for a bigger space since we got here.
Well, I got
and this
wind-
is perfect for us to just move the wall down and we got our space.
And what are you hearing? What's your confidence level?
I got wind of it today in reference to Shade 45 needs more room.
Right.
Even though that studio is not bigger, it's just the layout.
Right, so instead of actually having to change equipment and a layout, the layout in that studio, there's much more walking
Yes.
space. The layout in Shade 45 is horrible.
Right.
So why don't they rework the space they got?
Because they'd have to drill holes in the
Oh,
my God. Man, we're fucked.
Fucked.
Because we don't have the proper guys working for our channel.
Because they realize, wait a minute, Shade 45 wants more space. We could just rework some things in there. Or not lift a finger and just put them in that studio.
Fuck me.
Sorry.
Correct?
We should have. Well, so Bob is not really. Is he on this?
Please.
Do you still want me to check?
Yes, of course. We want to fight for it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Fight, fight.
Exactly.
We shouldn't have to fight and beg for every
because we don't
single
have a
man.
guy that is even aware of what we're looking for. He just goes through his day praying we don't mention him.
Yeah, there's not really a person that sits there and has the interest.
He's not even aware. Like we only found out about the Martha Stewart channel going away probably a week before Christmas. These idiots down the hall had been aware for a while. So then, if you're like babysitting this fucking channel, why wouldn't you like aggressively look into it right away? Right?
This studio stinks. It's embarrassing.
Of course it is. And then we have A-listers at this point, sitting in our horrible office as a green room.
They're going to go into Shade 45 studio after here, and they'll be like, now this is a studio.
Now this
is what should happen.
Unless they're going to
We've been
expand
here-
us to their studio. Maybe they'll just build the wall bigger and make
Yeah.
us in Shade 1 studio.
No, because
You think they're going to block the hallway and build?
Oh, that's not a bad
walls
idea
and-
because they could go that way. It's not that much
No,
further.
it's not any different.
It's not a bad idea.
You think they're going to build walls covering the hallway up?
Why not?
Here's why.
Oh
They
my
won't drill
God.
holes in the console.
Here's why they might do that. Because they may think it is easier than knocking walls down to just build extra glass.
Because they'd still have to knock walls down.
Good
though.
point.
No
There's no
fucking way.
You gotta be out of your
That
mind if you think that's
logistically
gonna
is
happen.
a fucking complete nightmare. There'd be no way in hell.
This is what should happen. We've been here a lot longer than those
chance.
guys, and we like those guys. They should move the wall, give us a nice big space, which we've been asking for 3.5 years. We can bring in our audience and bleachers on Fridays. That'd be really, really great. We love that about our show. And when we don't feel like having a Friday audience, we just don't. But it'll be an option that we could have.
Yes.
And then they should rework their studio if it's laid out horribly
100%.
to give them more space.
You'd feel inspired. Like the shows would just sound better because you guys would be like
better product. We'd give the company a better product.
I feel good in here.
I have a suggestion, which I'll say off air, which might entice them a little bit more.
Oh, stop! Are they even open right now?
Oh, Kenny Anderson.
I know.
Of course I do.
I'm being corrected. Corrected.
Corrected.
Doesn't matter. But Tammy from The Real World was married to Kenny Anderson. I should have known that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. And they went through a pretty bad divorce, and that's why she was on Basketball Wives.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So no Radio Wizard yet?
I'll check.
But Mars is already on it, that they might be giving it to
Little
Shade 45.
gossipy Gertie.
I mean, the engineering department is a very gossipy department.
They're entrenched. They
may
got
have
their
just
moles
heard that
everywhere.
Shade wants it.
Yeah, we
Right.
all
Like,
want it.
If you remember, Mars was also the one that leaked the information that all the offices were becoming studios, which, I mean, was nonsense. So
Mars is a fucking disinformation maven. He just goes around spouting off shit.
Well, it's not he's not good with the language. So
that's true. You think it's the language barrier?
Yeah, he doesn't know what they're saying to him.
So who do we talk to about the wall today?
Radio Wizard. When he
Yeah,
comes
I've been
in.
assigned to double check.
Got to go
things with
right to
Gary.
Scott.
I'll march down the hall. When is he here?
Scott, I don't know. I mean,
Find out when he's here, because I don't deal with those fucking low-level guys anymore in the year 2013.
Ouch.
No, because I'm so sick of, we're working on it. We're, okay.
We don't need no education.
We're working on it. Are you? What are you working on? What do they do?
They're working on trying to get you to stop talking to
The
them
public
about
file? Oh,
Public
that was
file.
someone else.
Yes.
Remember Earl? What are you doing today, Earl? Well, I got to do the public file.
Stupid Earl knows how to take a good photograph.
Oh,
Yes, he
Earl
does.
is Mr. Photographer now.
He decided to take up photography when now everyone could do it because of Instagram, but he's still really good at it. He's very good at taking a good photograph.
He took my most prized possession photo ever.
Oh.
Earl took the photo of me and Sabbath.
Oh.
And you can tell that he knows what he's doing, right?
It's the perfect photo.
Is it?
It's my most cherished possession.
Earl's good at Earl's good at taking nice pictures, and announcing that old people from R&B music are dead.
That you didn't give a
that you
fuck
never
about
knew
ever.
in the first place.
Right.
Hey, rest easy, brother.
Look at that shot of Times Square.
Wow, that's pretty fucking good.
That's amazing.
You could put that in what they call a magazine.
You could easily put that in a magazine.
Wow.
But it's unfortunate that he picked up this hobby,
Yeah.
now.
Day late in a dollar show when he's 60.
Is that a camera or an iPhone?
No, he's got some
he's
good
got
cameras
the pro
and stuff.
camera.
Give him the big plug today because I'm telling you, he takes a good photograph.
Yeah, there's all of his good photos are on edouglas528.tumblr.com.
Oh.
So say that again. eDouglas528?
Yeah,
on Tumblr.
edouglas528
On Tumblr.
What a terrible name.
But look at the Times Square photo with the confetti falling
That
from
is
the sky.
really nice.
It's pretty amazing. Then he gets a little artsy at times, but like that's a really good shot right there. Not going to
look at
describe the
that.
photograph.
No, it's,
I'm not gonna.
trees, Central Park.
Him walking through the projects. All right, well.
Oh, shit. There's someone stealing his camera.
That's a really good photograph.
This looks like a Jay-Z video.
Kind of like an Ansel Adams type feel
Turn
to
that
that
upside
one.
down. It looks like a lung x-ray.
Hey, he does a good good job, but he's not going to be able to make any money off it.
Poor bastard. Oh, that's nice.
That's Washington Square Park.
Washington with a Christmas tree.
Oh, and a menorah.
Menorah.
Very diverse.
It all started with him framing photos.
Right?
Wow.
And trying to
Almost.
hang frame
Right.
photos.
Almost
Absolutely.
hanging frame
Then they got
photos.
Oh, boy.
No.
Close.
No.
I think I knew where you were going there.
Yeah, you did.
That's the filter. Sometimes it works. All right.
I had a bombaroo coming.
Yeah.
Closed up the doors and flew away.
Letterman's in therapy. We got audio of him talking to Oprah.
Oh, cool. Does he cry?
Close.
Nice.
Serious Letterman. Got Jimmy Kimmel starting this week, right?
Yeah. 7th.
Comes out today.
It's today.
Today's taking on Leno and Letterman. Wow. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
They duct taped the guy on an airplane.
Oh, yeah, that's
on
on Friday,
normal.
I think. We're over the weekend.
That's great.
What a loser.
Oh, boy.
Just bothering everyone.
Don't bother people.
Enough
Trying to
already.
fly.
All right.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on Sirius XM.
In a time of economic depression and ruthless dictatorship, one man would unify an entire society.
I'm the Messiah.
With a message of strength.
Oh, look, I'm walkskin on Watsker.
A message of unity.
Eats my bodies. Eats my bodies, drinks my bloods.
A can of spinach.
I am the savior, man.
But some questioned his power.
I hate those Jews.
And vowed to destroy him.
It's Pontius Brutus.
This summer,
Crown of Thorns. Crown of Thorns is hurting me head.
prepare to be blown down.
Their nails get me to the cross.
When an ordinary sailor man is transformed into a legend.
If I could only get to my spinach through these nails.
The Passion of Popeye.
I'm blowing through me hands.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Watching the football in.
Not a minute.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Pretty gay, right? Pretty gay.
Even playoff football?
I was not Mr. Sports Guy. I didn't really like it. I didn't like playing it. I didn't like gym class. I don't mind football, but I certainly don't go out of my way to make sure I catch the game. So, yeah. I'm queer, as they say.
Why even talk about it then?
Well, go ahead, because I know some guy hurt his little tootsie, or his leg, or his knee.
RJ.
What happened there?
Some say probably shouldn't be playing. Came back a little too soon.
Oh, shit.
They kind of needed him.
Oh, motherfucker.
Twist-a-roo with the knee late in the game there.
That looked painful
was
from
it.
the clips I saw. And I know hockey.
I don't know.
Coming back.
What's his injury all about? What kind of knee injury did RG3 suffer? Does anyone know yet?
Is it an RCL or CRL or
ACLU?
ACLU?
Yeah, I think he pulled his ACLU.
Civil Liberties Union? The NAACP?
Well,
what did he pull?
He twisted the NAACP.
Oh,
yes.
damn.
And the ACLU.
Ah, damn. I don't know what it is. Torn ACL and MCL? Was it an MCL?
A little of that, too.
MCI?
And his MLB.
MC Hammer?
And, all right, you get it. So your team won. Congratulations.
Oh,
what? I'm just talking to the
okay.
You can believe I'm actually talking to that person in his car right now.
I'm rooting for the Jets this season.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, when's the Super Bowl?
The fucking
Jets.
They have to
No?
find a GM.
What?
You watch any of the football over the weekend? Playoff
I
football.
A little bit of the.
I like to watch the football.
I
Seahawks.
wonder what it must be like for a team to actually have a quarterback that doesn't completely collapse.
How frustrating is that? To
I mean,
see
for
like
Cowboys.
real quarterbacks. All the teams playing now, they have real quarterbacks.
Ooh, just stopped off down the hall.
Yeah, what'd you have?
Wait, who'd you talk to?
I just said hi to Gary as I was getting.
Oh, Gary.
Oh.
What did he have to say?
Did you talk to him about the thing?
The wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
And what did he say?
What was the first thing he said?
Well, I said to him, has there been any follow-up? And he said no. I mean, there's been no other.
But has he talked to anybody?
Well, I'm sure that they have. But it's more. He didn't know the answer. And
Of course. Why does he even?
But why
does he even work with us?
But he said there's at times there's a lot of a press for big office for big studio space, and it's to have another studio that you can't do bigger things in might be difficult. But he honestly, I think he just knows their thinking. He's not speaking for them. He's just giving an opinion on what they're going to say.
Ah.
Here's what's going to happen.
What they should say is, well, it's one of our, big shows here on the platform.
We're not going to get it.
They've been talking about having a bigger studio since they got here. That was the one thing, actually, that was a big issue when they first got here. And now we have the opportunity.
Not going to happen.
It so isn't going to happen. I know. So isn't happening.
It just pushes the whole show forward.
It really would. It would add
the publicists
a new
and the celebrities
angle.
come by and see a bigger, nicer space.
Right. It would be such an like we would do a better show because we would have different things we could do.
You would just elevate the show in general.
Yes. We'd be able to do things that we aren't able to do now.
So he obviously has no authority, no clue, and no power as far as this goes.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know who he's talked to.
Sam, what did he say to you?
He just said no. I said, is there any update or news on the wall thing? And he said no.
So Anthony's answer was from earlier, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
That was the answer I thought we were going to get.
And I went with the tried and true, we're looking into it.
Well, I think you got that. Looking, but I haven't gotten anything.
I know the weekly Jim Norton show needs the extra studio space.
What? You mean Wednesdays?
Yeah, I'm bringing in a whole crew of dancing girls to make my show bigger, to give it a live feel.
Nice. Yes.
So day 4 of Move That Wall is...
it's a bust.
It's a bust?
A setback, I think. I think this is a setback on day 4.
If anything,
remember
you got
day
bad
4?
news.
We'll be going, remember day 4? That was a big setback.
So when does Greenstein get in here?
Oh, boy.
I have no idea.
Because I'll
It's not
talk to
my
him.
business.
I'll talk to him.
All right.
I remember that story from India.
Yes.
One of my peeps on the old Twitter, Pretty Plus More.
Oh.
I like her tweets. She writes, speaking of what happened in India, remember when the ferry capsized there years ago? Do you remember that big ferry capsizing in India?
They're always having those over there, but
That's exactly what I was thinking as I'm reading this. I'm like, which one?
It's like that.
She writes, there happened to be an American lifeguard on board with advanced training. During the horror, while in the water, she was instructing people how to take off their pants and blow them up to use as flotation device.
Well,
you
I
could do
jokes
that.
on people. Yeah.
You could actually use your own pants to
you tie the feet end
Right.
together, and then you lift it up and put it on top of the water, and it fills up with water like that.
Fills up with air.
It fills up with air. Yeah, you kind of like make a little parachute with it.
And it's a
dump
primitive
it into the water.
flotation device.
Yeah.
So this lifeguard was trying to show the people that were in the water drowning. During the horror, while in the water, she was instructing people how to take off their pants and blow them up to use as a flotation device.
Oh, boy.
While drowning, in capital letters, because this came out, the men were trying to rape her in the water.
What fucking...
They have a shit view of women in that culture.
Yes.
It's terrible. It's a shitty culture. It's terrible.
Fucking amazing we deal with these
They were
countries
in the middle
anyway.
of drowning and trying to get a rape.
Right. God damn.
Yeah, they have fucking zero respect for women. They're awful.
No.
Just awful.
Yeah.
That's why in this country, when certain things happen and people bitch about it, and they're like, my rights are being violated, or this, that. It's like, go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how they're treated. And why do we still deal with them? Why do we still give money to, like, Egypt and
I
weapons?
had no idea.
We're giving, like, tanks and fucking planes to the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt.
Because we're fucking stupid.
Yes.
We're a dumb country.
And we're broke, and we're still giving money to fucking other countries. Fuck them.
Well, we're just going to raise the debt ceiling.
That's all we got to do. The debt
all we have to
ceiling.
do.
Raise that debt ceiling.
Yep.
Yikes.
But we can't kick the can anymore.
Huh?
They're using that kick the can analogy a lot.
Oh, yeah?
For what?
I don't know. For the fiscal cliff or something. We can't continue to kick the can or something. They just keep saying that over and over again.
Like, just kick it away, it'll go away.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think there's even a montage out there of kick the can if you want to try to find it, Sam. Every politician is using that.
Kick the can.
We can't continue to kick the can. They love analogies down there in Washington, and they all use them.
Uh-huh.
If you can find that,
Remember
Sam, that'd be great.
Main Street,
If
Wall
not,
Street?
No worries. Yeah, all that. See?
God,
Oh, what are some of the other ones? There you go.
Main Street, Wall Street?
Kick the can is
Joe
one
the
they're using
plumber.
a lot.
Ugh.
Joe the plumber.
Yeah, those Washington.
Oh, you mentioned hockey.
Yes, apparently they're going to have a shortened season. I guess.
Well, I'm a huge hockey fan. And I'm an Islanders fan.
Yeah.
And they got a young team. They got some young players, so we'll see if they could turn it around. I have no idea. I just wish they would say fuck you to the Coliseum a year or two early and move to Brooklyn immediately.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Because it's a horrendous tease knowing that the Islanders are going to be in that beautiful arena there in Brooklyn, and I still got to go out to those dumb games at the Nassau Coliseum.
When do they move?
What do we got? Another year, 2015, something like that?
That's definitely happening, right?
So I think they got to do this season and next season at the Coliseum still.
Roland have a shirt yet?
He does have a shirt.
An Islanders fucking.
Is he
going
to be the Brooklyn Islanders?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. They'll probably
New York Islanders.
They'll probably keep it New York Islanders just because
Yeah.
it's still in New York. But why wouldn't you, if you own the Islanders, just go fuck you to the Coliseum, take the hit, and start playing there immediately in Brooklyn?
Because they'd probably sue the new arena wouldn't let them in. They'd sue them. They wouldn't get involved. They would make sure that you're clear of your contract before they let you move in and play there because you'd sue them. They don't want to deal with litigation. They'd rather say wait 2 years. It'll take longer to work out in court.
Yeah, but the amount of money they would make right off the bat, because they'll get a lot more people going to the games in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
that Coliseum's just going to be a fucking relic after that.
I don't know what they're going to use it for. I don't know they're going to keep it open for a concert here and there.
What concerts?
And most concerts don't fill up
go
arenas like
anyway.
that anymore.
No.
Well,
There's not many that do.
I want to open and call it the Coliseum Comedy Club.
Oh,
and I want to just do it in the round and perform there every week just to kind of make ends meet.
You'd have to sell out like fucking 15,000 seats.
Yeah, but 50. It's not like it's 18.
All right.
I'll tell you this much: for people that are on the fence with hockey, you watch this shortened season.
Play there.
This shortened season, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every game really matters.
That's true.
I think you're going to see a lot more action, a lot more hitting. So I think it's going to be it's going to turn out to be a great season of hockey.
But what a dumb sport to just shoot themselves in the foot every time. They're just dumb.
They do it all the time.
They had some good momentum.
Amazing.
With Olympic hockey and all that shit going down. The Winter Classic, all that.
Is this one the owner's fault?
That's complicated.
Like, there was a contract.
It's almost split down the middle whose fault it is.
But wasn't there a contract that the owners didn't honor, or am I crazy?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Okay.
They actually had a contract, and they said, nah, we're going to break that contract. We don't like that.
Is that what happened?
I think. People that know more about this shit than me should call up.
Motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
I wanna see
motherfucker.
Texas Chainsaw 3D.
I saw it.
How was it?
You saw it?
Was there a lot of three-dimensional action?
Oh, I hope so.
There were a couple of the old 3D shots, like the chainsaw pointing straight at the
Right,
camera.
I wouldn't like that at all.
Oh, God.
But, it was fun. It was good if you like those types of movies.
How was parental guidance?
I didn't see Parental Guidance.
Now, the movie I want to see, because I saw the trailer for it, is the remake of Evil Dead. That looked scary as fuck.
Well, who's in that?
Woo!
When does that start?
They're remaking it, huh?
Yeah. Now, the first one, obviously, great cult following.
Fuck yeah.
So very hard to build on that. Like, people don't want a remake. But I saw this trailer. It looks pretty creepy.
And Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi, I think, are both producers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's hear a little of this.
So we'll get Bruce Campbell back.
I'd love to see some,
on the
too.
show.
But
Watch the trailer. This is scary.
No, it can't be scary.
I
Full
never
screen.
get scared. Make it big.
Oh, yeah. Little cabin, right? Woods, very creepy. I guess that's Ash.
Please. You have to get me out of here.
She's scared. Necromonicon, motherfucker.
Wow.
It gets very cringy and very creepy. Looks great.
Oh, boy.
Man.
It's in here with us now.
Oh man. Doesn't this look creepy? Dude. The tree rape scene. Tree rape.
Tree's got a big pecker.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow, it's a Brazilian movie.
I released something from that book.
God damn, this is scary.
Something evil. This thing is attached to Mia's soul. To kill her.
Look at that bitch. I'd hate to live there.
You're all going to die tonight.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Dude, look at that thing in the fucking face. Holy shit. Crazy. Ow. A lot of blood.
We're gonna get
Yeah!
time to go to sleep.
Holy shit.
I wish that was out now.
And that's why we need a visual element, because there was... We were just
just watching
mesmerized by it.
Yeah, there's no describing it. There's no.
That gave me chills.
Totally.
I got a rod. And she licks the knife.
She licks that razor, and it's like, and her tongue splits, and then she starts making out with the other chick.
That's fucking hot.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oof.
I got goosebumps.
That fucking thing in the basement?
Yeah.
And they like did something digitally to her face. That's creepy as shit. Fuck you, I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, you're right. That would have
It's
been
a
cool
pussy.
to
Fuck
have
you.
like a streaming thing where we show that and talk.
Of course it would.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do, too.
That's pretty creepy, man.
You can see Texas Chainsaw?
You know.
I might see it
Was
in
it
the,
as-
not
was-
3D.
was it as good as that trailer?
No.
He's a nice guy.
I love him.
When is Star? Wait, when is Star Wars out? When is
Oh, they got us on down the hall.
When is it out?
And there's a delay, so you're going to get caught today.
No.
When is it out?
Because the real world girl
What?
heard us today.
Texas Chainsaw?
No. I know it's out now. This one.
Spring.
I want to see if he
When
shakes
is
his
spring?
head as he's going by the audio.
No,
April?
I think
I think we might be safe.
I think he's safe. There he goes.
It's live in the office, so there's no delay.
Oh, okay, good.
We're good?
How
How about we close our office door today?
How did he fuck that thing?
Exactly. Do you ever jerk off thinking about her?
No.
You see Tiger Woods' ex-wife there in the paper today in the bikini?
Oh, that was her.
Holy
All right.
fuck.
Let me take a little look.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, that's his ex.
Ellen
well, you
Norton.
know, her or a fucking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot.
I go for the Perkins waitress.
But I'll bet you the Perkins waitress was a better fuck though.
Maybe.
Guaranteed. She was trying to plead. This girl's a fucking beautiful blonde who's been, guys have loved her whole life.
All right, that's terrible.
She didn't have to put any effort into it. She was probably like an average lady. She'd probably look at him like, I love you. And he's probably like, yuck.
Right.
Yuck.
But meanwhile, that Perkins waitress probably fucking 3 fingers deep in his ass. Real fucking good girl.
Ate his ass.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, he's probably like, I got the flu. And she's like, I don't give a turkey.
Ate his, I just played 36 holes ass.
She dug her fingernails into his cheeks and ripped his asshole open. Fucking ate it like it was a pie. Like a fucking chicken pot pie of swamp.
Like it was a Grand Slam. There's a Grand Slam over there at Denny's? The Grand Slam?
Yes. I had a dream last night.
I had a dream.
That I was hosting a new show on a video, which was supposed to happen, but it's probably not going to now, thanks to and Ozzy was the headline act, so I had to do my show at 8, and Ozzy's show is at 10. And I was trying to have stupid Jonathan tell me so I could Twitter the address, but nobody could find out where we were, what tent we were in. It's my dream.
Hey, look.
Yeah. Oh, shit, he's coming back. Hold on. Oh, I can't look.
I'm gonna go for the wave today. Gonna make believe we just talked about someone I see him. Hey, what's up? And there
he goes. Oh, he's such a nice guy.
I just got a nod from him.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
He's probably like, yes, I still think of her.
So Texas Chainsaw was the big moneymaker this weekend.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
The Django Unchained. Oh, do we have the Samuel Jackson thing?
I hope the Django comes to my the theater
Django?
I went to watch Zero Dark 30.
Why is The Hobbit just kind of sitting there, sort of under the radar in a weird way? I know it's doing well, but no one's really talking about The Hobbit like they talked about the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah. Same shit.
I don't know if people are saying it's the same shit, and it is making a lot of money. It was in third place, so it's still doing well, but You don't feel the buzz like past movies.
It's not like you're looking at
In that
something
franchise,
new.
sort of franchise. What?
Like the Lord of the Rings was like new. Like you look at it and it looks new. Like this looks like the Lord of the Rings.
No, The Hobbit looked fucking new with the new technology.
People didn't even like the new technology.
I like the new technology.
I haven't seen it with the new technology yet.
You should
I
go.
went and saw your standard issue, 24 frames per second, non-3D
You should
version.
go with the new technology. Just
want
to make the comparison.
But the thought of sitting that long and seeing the same movie again,
yeah.
I should have went first to see it with the new technology, but I kind of wanted to, because I heard it looks like fucking a home movie.
No, no, you gotta go.
Yeah,
Gotta
I'll
go.
see it. Damn it.
Speaking of Django, I like to say Django, but of course it's Django.
Yes.
That reporter's speaking out.
What did he say?
Wouldn't say the N-word.
Oh, what's he saying?
A bunch of
I
times. he
said the
it.
N-word on Friday, right in front of who, kid?
I heard that.
Do you have that?
What?
No.
Whoa.
Do you know what we're looking for?
He was
No,
a
I
little
just walked
shocked
back in.
by it.
He has the
He just walked back.
Opie saying the N-word in front of who, kid?
Oh, yes, hang on.
What were you doing before that you just
I
walked
just
in?
brought a disc in there.
Oh.
He did. He was.
The guy saw me. Fucking came in with a disc. He was meandering.
If we're keeping it fair, he was busy.
Keep it fair. Keep it fair. All right. So he's taking one of those big shits.
Let's see.
No, I'll let you know.
All right.
He hasn't been doing that since we made the Sounders.
I know, right? What the fuck? He tries to sneak.
I'm trying to find a story, but I
got
see
the
this.
Opie drop.
I see this one today. Jimmy Kimmel slams Jay Leno. He totally sold out. Jimmy Kimmel comes from that radio world, and he's doing radio wars.
Radio wars
with
with
the late night hosts.
TV. Yeah.
And I don't know if Leno and Letterman understand that world.
I don't know.
But it looks like he's definitely gonna go old school, like he's doing a radio show.
Throw him a little beating.
Letterman's cool with Kimmel. He did Kimmel's show when he was here in Brooklyn.
Well, I don't think he's cool with him now that he's directly competing with him.
No.
No, they talked about it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And
what'd they say?
He was, I mean, for on air, he was friendly about it. I'm sure he's not happy it's going to 11:30, but as far as publicly goes, they're friendly about it.
Yeah, but it's because they have a common enemy. The people that attack Leno the most are the people who, fucking either feel like they should have his job or they're going to be competing with him in their jobs.
But isn't Leno still doing very well?
Yeah.
Isn't he the number one guy in late night?
I think so. I actually haven't looked.
Isn't he number one in all his demos?
I don't know.
So what's the problem? And aren't you supposed to sell out if you're doing like network TV?
But I don't know what does Jimmy consider selling out? Like, how did he sell out from being what? Like, what would he have done different to not
In
be
the
a
article,
sellout?
he talks about his Jay's stand-up, too.
Oh.
And it's funny, in the Oprah interview, Dave says Jay's the funniest stand-up he's ever seen.
I didn't
He
sell
does.
out, son.
Yeah.
I bought in.
Yeah, Dave said Jay's the funniest guy he's ever known.
SLC Punk.
Yes, sir.
Hasn't Jay pretty much been mainstream as long as we can remember?
I think he's always been that guy.
Jay?
Yeah, he's never been.
I
Jay.
don't- I've never thought of him as not a mainstream guy. He has a little edge to his, and he does have a little edge to his monologue every night. Whatever.
Where's the Opie drop? Damn it.
It's not.
Yo, nigga, what up? Oh, man. That actually sounded pretty authentic.
I try.
That was pretty good.
If you're gonna use that word, you got to use it properly.
Yeah. Yo, nigga, what up?
See,
That was just
what
you
up?
kid walking in.
Oh, really?
It's not even sort of like a, okay, now we're all comfortable
There was
moment.
no context to it.
Oh,
No.
people are now just using Who Kid in here as an excuse to say nigga.
100%.
Like they call up and they're like, yeah, my nigga. Yo,
like,
nigga, what up? Even
but-
Opie got caught up in it.
He gave me a look like, how am I going to deal with this situation?
Because it was
He
kind
wasn't
of like-
sure.
It was hostile at first.
No, it wasn't.
And then he was like, oh, okay, I'm
You
here
could
with
hear the
friends.
love in that.
That's what I'm saying. But when
There's
you,
nothing but love in that one.
Yo, nigga, what up?
when
See?
you walk into a room and that word is shouted at you first thing.
I went GGA.
Yeah, I know. That's why you had to
I
analyze
went
it a little
GGA.
bit.
And I think he wanted to make sure I did GGA, and he realized I did.
Oh, yeah,
do
you
GGA,
did. But it didn't
and then
sound
he
like.
was okay with it.
You know what was good, though? It didn't sound like you were trying to say GGA. Like it came out very naturally.
Right. Yeah.
Let's hear it again. Yo, nigga, what up? See?
He gave me a look.
That
Like,
is good.
What the fuck? I didn't keep his 100.
I didn't either.
Why did they give you 100?
Because he had about.
Well, he's bragging about all the money he had on him. I go, look, you don't care. You just give me one of those. And then
Making it rain? Was he making
No,
it rain?
I put him on the spot. Now he had to give me 100.
He had about $1,600 in cash in his pocket.
All hundreds.
Just cuz.
Just cause. Speaking of the N-word, so you got the...
I'm always being compared to the blacks.
Oh, no.
I just want to see what I got. Let me see.
Oh, my God.
That's some... Those are all hundreds, man. You have 900s?
Oh, my God.
10, 11.
Look, he just crumples up hundreds like we crumple up dollars there, Sam.
Like so many nickels and dimes.
Maybe 12. All right. What? See, I'm like the homies. Well, you gotta carry some cash with you.
Yeah, but why? Why $1,200?
Because you just never know.
I'm a credit card man.
You use your tongue prettier.
My water fell on the sound machine, so that's what
But it worked.
Was it me? Yeah.
It worked. Jess had me do my finances over the weekend, like get my numbers in order.
Yeah.
I'd never been so depressed, just anxiety-ridden. And
Why would she do that to you?
It was
If you don't have a lot, you should never do your numbers.
Man.
You should never do your numbers.
The
It can't
future
be
is
good.
so bleak.
Is it?
The only thing I want to invest in is a noose. No stocks, no nothing.
You don't need to invest in that. I'm sure that we would be happy to get you one.
Please.
Well, that journalist, remember this? Oh, I guess we got an update on this. So why don't we play the original, and then we got the update for everybody. Django, of course. Samuel Jackson being interviewed by this fucking Houston guy, journalist. And it went down like this.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie. And
nobody, none. The word would be...
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Why not?
Listen, he said that.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it. You want to move on to another question?
Okay. Awesome.
See, at that,
okay, awesome.
I understand where the guy's coming from, but then you say the word.
Just say it.
At that point.
Just say it.
Don't you?
Just be like, well, Sam, you know, it's like this.
I don't want to say it.
Come on.
Will you say it?
No, fuck no. That's not the same thing.
Why do you want me to
They're
say it?
going to bleep it when you say it on your show. Say it.
I can't say it. If I say it, this question, it won't make air.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll skip it. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
Yeah. So anyway, BuzzFeed interviewed this journalist, and he said he's an intimidating guy. I've talked to him once before for the Avengers, and that interview went okay. Hamilton said of Jackson, but it's one of those things where I have my own set of moral values.
Oh, bullshit! Yeah,
just like anybody else, and I'm not going to compromise them for anyone, much less a celebrity.
What a douchebag.
He also revealed what his question would have been. My question was going to be, where is that line between that word being offensive and that word being art? What does it take for an actor to read a word like that on a script page and say, okay, I'll say it?
So why didn't he say
question.
that? Why didn't he say, where does an actor, the word nigger now, why is that? Why did you say that as in the context of the question?
Right,
What
in the context of a question,
douche.
it doesn't matter what your ethical or moral... Let's say, for the sake of argument, he's being honest. And morally and ethically, he doesn't want to use that word because it's offensive.
Sure.
Using it in the context of that question, when you're talking about the art form and it being used as a word in that movie, you're not calling someone it. You're fucking using it and asking a question. It's not like the word doesn't exist. It's there. And it's in the movie that the guy's in that you're interviewing. So it's phony say that you're morally, I wouldn't say that word. Shut up. You're lying.
It's a good question, too. It's too bad.
Yeah, dummy.
And then he continued, some people have argued he was empowering the N-word by refusing to say it. I completely agree with that.
He's just being a baby
When you don't
boy.
say the word, you're actually empowering the word.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he said to that, I get that and I understand what the argument is, and a lot of people say that's the point that Mr. Jackson was trying to prove, Hamilton said. But at the end of the day, I don't say it.
Hamilton's a fucking coward and he's worthless.
You can make the argument that I'm making it worse by not saying it, but so be it. I'm just not going to say it.
Here's the argument. You're a fucking scaredy cat, fucking fake douchey interviewer. That's the argument.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have, big brave boy, you shouldn't have went down the N-word path with a question if you couldn't say the word. If your morals are that high, you shouldn't have fucking went down that road.
Yeah.
You want to ask about the word, then say the word. It's in the context of a question. And if you don't know the difference, then you should not be in that line of work.
Well,
fucking douche.
Oh, well, I'll tell you how it was, because I just happened to be going to see Django this evening. I'm going to go see Django.
A moment ago, you had mentioned that.
Well, the movie theater I like,
Yeah.
they changed the movie, finally.
Oh, my
It's
God.
a one screen.
How about you invite us all to this movie theater?
That would
What?
be nice.
What?
Couldn't we all just buy tickets?
Yeah.
I don't think it's on Fandango.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of those deals.
It's a great, it's my favorite theater to go to,
It's
as a matter of
old
fact.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they serve booze. And like I said, if at any time you want to get up and go to the bathroom or something, you don't miss the movie. You press a single button. The movie stops.
Wow.
And you go to the bathroom, you come back, press the button again, and the movie starts again. It's an amazing place.
What time are you watching the movie?
Well, I don't know what the showtime is.
Oh.
I don't know when showtime is. I'm assuming somewhere around 7 p.m. is probably when the movie starts.
Rickety
this
old
evening.
seats.
No, very nice seats. They actually recline.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow,
It's great.
Well, you're going to have to tell us about this movie tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm psyched. I want to see Django.
You'll love it.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
Surprised you haven't seen it yet.
That's what I'm hearing.
I guess you couldn't get out to that theater.
Well, no, not till now.
They weren't playing it.
It wasn't playing.
They were playing other movies.
Playing now, though.
Did you guys see the? I know this is completely in a different direction, but did you see the robots playing Ace of Spades yet?
No.
By Motorhead. You haven't seen this yet?
No.
Robots?
Robots. I think I saw it on the old BuzzFeed. That's why. Yeah, because that interview was on BuzzFeed. Made me think of this.
All robot rock band.
It's creepy as
Didn't
all.
Spaz say this was going to happen someday?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, pause for a minute. Are they really playing?
Yeah.
It looks like
The
it.
drums absolutely look like it's really playing.
Yeah.
The guitars. How the fuck can a robot guitar play like that?
Fucking sick.
Oh, it made MSN now.
I love that they made the drummer's head.
The drummer's head goes to the
Right.
music. Unnecessary.
With a horrible-
The drummer's head doesn't have to move.
And he's got a hunchback like most drummers because he's kind of moving forward toward the drums.
Dude,
How fucked up is
He has
that?
lower self-esteem than the other robots.
The only thing this doesn't
Check out the
have,
hot robot chicks.
I don't think it has vocals. I think it's just an instrumental.
Boo.
I think. Wow. Or maybe I didn't get to that part.
Could you make it to full screen there, sir?
And then read up on what it's all about.
Yeah.
The guitarist is moving.
Holy shit. The drummer's got like 4 arms.
Look at the guitarist moving.
Holy shit.
The guitarist is doing some guitar moves.
The head moving. Yeah. That's frightening. Wow. All right, I see how it works.
What do you mean?
I see how it's like the guitarist is actually playing. It's got like a big thing over the fretboard with like actuators that push down on the strings. Holy shit. That drum robot's frightening.
He's got 4 arms.
Yeah.
I know he said that, but close up of the drummer. That's cool as hell.
Those aren't arms. They're all wires.
That one thing is on a track. Oh man, that's fucked up. Is that a drum tech? Is there a robot drum tech?
Oh, he's doing the foot pedal.
Yeah.
Wow.
How much longer?
That's pretty wild. All right, now who the fuck did this?
Well, there's a story about it. God, if I was a band touring, I would get the 4-armed fucking robot drummer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking Def Leppard will hire him.
I mean, Lars would never allow it, but imagine Metallica, and all of a sudden they introduced the 4-armed robot drummer. The place would lose their fucking minds.
Unbelievable. That's pretty cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, what's the story on that? I'm going to go MIT.
Yeah? I'm going to go JAP. Because they're pretty good with them robots.
That seems like an MIT thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, those kids get bored every once in a while.
Is that the fucking thing that went wrong with the player's leg? It's the MIT?
Yeah, he lost his MIT.
Yeah. One of
Twisted
those.
it.
Yeah.
That and the ACLU. Yeah.
ACLU. FBI.
What do we know about the robot
Yeah,
band?
what's up? Come on, Sam. Do a little research.
Come on, Sam. Stop fucking around.
I mean, they're called
just made a
Compressor
face.
Head.
Compressor Head.
That's a perfect name for that.
Okay.
They're a trio of robotic contraptions
Yeah.
that can perform Motorhead's classic Ace of Spades. The German mechanical trio.
German.
Das gut.
Ja, ist gut, ja.
Yeah, none of these articles are saying exactly where they're from. They're saying Compressor Head is scheduled to play with Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Killers at Australia's Big Day Out Festival this summer.
So they got to program a few more songs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man. Wouldn't you want to see the drummer?
Of course.
That robot drummer especially?
Is someone going to sing with them?
It would be funny to have a singer. Yeah, you just get a human singer out
Oh, I'm
there.
sure they would.
And he's
They'll get
rocking with the
someone.
band. He like gets in the robot guitar's face. He makes fucking rock faces.
Yeah. Robot's little dumb fucking praying mantis head. What a dumb head the robot
That's
has.
pretty cool. I bet those things fuck up a lot, though. Like, I bet they break.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They go to rock or
Crazy.
something.
Yeah.
They ought to have the drummer holding a fucking bottle of alcohol. Little fucking John Bonham tribute.
I don't know how, God, how you program that in? A lot of computers, a lot of fucking, like, pneumatic shit. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. Put that up on the Facebook page. Opie and Anthony there, E-Rock.
What's up?
Thank you.
Got them robots. Gotta watch them robots.
Gotta
They're
watch
coming
them.
for us.
Of course they are. What was that?
They took our jobs.
Oh.
Remember that one? South Park.
Can we play the real Ace of Spades in the break?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yep. Because now I want to hear the vocals. We'll be back. Oh.
If you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. You win some, lose some, it's all the same to me. The pleasure is to blame. Ain't no difference what you say. I don't say green. The only card I need is the ace of spades. The ace of spades. Playing for the high road, dancing with the devil, going with the flow. It's all a game to me. Seven or 11, snake eyes watching you. Double up a crit, double snake a split. The ace of spades, the ace of spades. You know I'm going to lose, and gambling's for fools. But that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the Joker.
Anthony Show.
Sirius XM.
And now, words of wisdom from the magnificent Steve-O.
I can't be bothered with pornography that doesn't have like cock in it. You know, I have no time for lesbian pornography. I feel like lesbian pornography would be, it's like a skateboard video with just footage of ramps and nobody riding them. It's just a complete waste of time. I need cock as like a frame of reference, you know, to relate to, yeah. And it's like if a guy's got a huge baseball bat dick and then chick's trying to suck it, like it's like she's just chewing on the head of it, you know? Like I can't fucking dig that. Like I hate it.
This has been another wise thought from the magnificent Steve-O.
Sirius XM. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
More from the Robot Band.
That's pretty amazing. His little head bobs up and down. That's so fucking funny.
I just retweeted this video if you want to check it out on my Twitter, Opie Radio. But I got to thank Nicholad, it looks like. Nicholad, turning me on to another song by the Robot Band. I guess they haven't figured out the vocals yet.
No.
That's the easiest part, but I don't know. They probably think they're going to ruin it.
Yeah, to have some human element in there, I guess. They should have the guy that you hear that sounds like this.
TNT.
It's TNT. It's dynamite. Yeah, Stephen Hawking vocals.
Yeah, something like that. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yes. And they don't even care that they're rocking, putting on a show.
No.
It's just metal.
They're really into it.
They're rocking, the crowd is like digging them, but they don't care. There's no ego there. No ego in a robot. Except an iRobot.
Oh, good for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Says film violence is not linked to school shootings.
Or AI.
Huh? Bravo
AI.
to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm not linked to school shooting. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good for him. And then you had another incident in Aurora. You saw that, right, over the weekend?
Yeah, a little
Oh, my God.
standoff there, a little shootings.
Who'd the guy shoot?
His family? Was it family members?
Yeah, probably. It wasn't one of those random ones, was it?
When the guy should just killed himself and just fucking let everyone else move on with their lives.
What was it? The wife, was it an estranged wife and their kids? Or
Aurora police kill armed man during standoff who killed 3 hostages.
were they the only 3 hostages, or?
I think was it his wife who jumped out the window to save herself?
Nice.
Anybody?
Tuck and roll, motherfucker.
Anybody?
I don't know. I'm so tired of reading these goddamn stories.
Police found 3 people dead inside a suburban Denver home on Saturday after a shootout with an armed and dangerous man who opened fire on officers. Twice during a nearly 6-hour-long standoff, the gunman was killed by police. Yay.
Police.
A woman inside the home had been able to escape uninjured, but told police a male inside had fired shots. As she fled, she saw 3 people who appeared lifeless. Who are the people?
They're believed to be related to the gunman.
Of course. No family shoots you. That's.
Yep.
When will we finally be able to eradicate mental illness in this country?
Wouldn't it be great?
Relationship between the gunman and the victims was also still unclear. So maybe it's not family.
I bet there's some relationship.
Yeah. Ex-girlfriend. Some fucking douchebag that couldn't handle moving on. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. That's fucking stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. There you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dan. What's this flow thing you were playing? Dan.
Oi!
Oi, motherfucker.
I like Flo.
Who is she?
Yeah.
Well, it's a game. You get a board.
That was a good one, Sam.
No, it's terrible.
I'm I'm on the 9x9 board.
9x9.
So you got a 9x9 board, and you got some colored dots. You got 2 colored for each color. Now you got to fucking take. See this red dot? You got to make it to that red dot.
Oh.
And when you do, look, it makes a little like pipe there. See?
But you don't want to block the other.
That's right, because I got to get blue to the other blue dot, but I already blocked it because I wasn't.
You were
thinking
doing
out
an
this
example,
board.
right?
I was doing an example and fucked up this board.
Now, how on earth would you get that blue one there and the red one?
Well,
are some of them impossible?
No. Let me show you how I would do that.
How would you do it?
Well, you're making me.
I'm not believing this.
You're making me think here.
Oh, Sam, you're so perfect.
Sam is marvelous.
How the fuck am I going to do this?
I don't know. That's
because
creepy.
you don't want to like block the colors. Oh boy, I don't know how. Oh, I really don't know how.
I know.
To do
It's
this
like,
one.
how would you get the?
Well,
red
see, I can
and
show
the
you
blue?
orange. See, orange is pretty easy.
Oh, you got to take that. I see what you got to do.
See?
You got to take that red.
Hey, I'm going to go orange all the way around.
No,
see?
you can't. You can't. You just block the red. You have to take that red down, over, and all the way up and around the perimeter to get to the other red.
I know how to play. I'm actually pretty good at this.
Oh, shit.
But now I'm on the spot, and this is the hardest board. Flow rules. I don't
go.
I might be late to the flow party, but go what? See, you want in on this game.
I have no idea.
Well, this is the hardest level.
That's tough because green.
How do you get the red? Because you can't split any of the colors, obviously,
No.
right? So, and I can't go. Oh, yeah, wait.
You got to go all the way around to be able to get that blue.
Yeah, but I can't block the orange.
But you can't block the orange either. So go down, around the orange, but no.
See, because then I split the orange. Wow, this is a really hard board.
That's a tough one, motherfucker. That's a tough one.
All right. Wait.
Holy shit.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I really do. Watch this. Watch and learn.
Turn your phone off.
Watch and learn. All right.
Fucking call me a
Chipper.
See, watch and learn.
Too much, cocksucker.
Watch and learn.
All right.
Watch and learn.
Oh, shit. You are all over the place. Hey!
Now I could go blue.
Right.
But of course, you got to get all this covered.
Why?
The key is you have to cover the whole board for it to be official.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Now the blue's covered.
Now the light blue
is covered. Now we go.
That's easy.
You have to connect a bunch of
see,
dots.
I fucked up that.
Oh, shit. How do you get out of there?
Well, now I got to redo that one.
You were supposed
Which
to go
means
up.
I got to redo the blue.
You're supposed to go up with the red a little first, right? Make a little room.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it this way, I bet.
Motherfucker.
See,
I don't know. That's fucking.
I like playing against people, like Words with Friends, Chess with Friends. I can't
Oh,
play
Jimmy,
that.
you're so old-fashioned.
I like, but
I like something I can sit on the dumper and just play away as shit falls
no, I
out
know,
of my
but you can
asshole.
play against people on that.
And you can
Feels
start
weird.
with that board. That's
the big.
That's the big
That's
5
the
by
big
5.
retard board.
Look, see, oops, see, easy, easy.
Yeah. Oh, come
See?
on. Easy peasy.
But you do a few of the easy boards that get you hooked.
Gotcha.
And then you're in this hell that is the 9x9 board. It's called Flow.
Call it Flow.
Yeah, Flow. I like Flow. That's my new game.
Wow.
I played pretty much all day yesterday while watching football, sort of.
Oh.
I watched both playoff games, but I couldn't tell you what happened because I was just taking a peek every once in a while.
They're in the playoffs?
Up from the Flow board.
No idea. Who's in?
Huh?
Who's in playoffs?
Who's in? Well, you still got the Texans. They're going to play the Patriots. Then you got the Ravens. They're going to be playing the Broncos. Then
What
you
about
got the
New Orleans?
Packers playing the Niners. And you got the Seahawks playing the Falcons.
Oh, wait, so
and we got some more games, of course.
Who is it? Peyton Manning had a good season?
Yeah, they might give him MVP
Okay.
or comeback
MVP.
player of the year.
Because didn't Ryan Luck do okay, too?
MVP? What happened to his knee? MVP?
Yeah, he kind of pulled his NHL.
Ah, hear you.
Didn't work the first time. Why are we still
You
trying?
You guys are
just
saying it
torture it.
wrong, that's why.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, Chippa.
Colts are out of it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, Ryan Luck still did better than I thought.
Ravens gave him a beating yesterday.
Yeah.
What happened to the New Orleans Saints?
They're
Who dat?
What happened? They got
did
fucked up?
Terrible.
Did they?
They had a bad year.
Oh.
And so unless they're playing a team that really has not gotten it done with the Cowboys needed to beat
Oh, the
them, they couldn't.
Cowboys.
Fucking cocksucker organization. Oh, I hate Jerry Jones. Hate him.
You do?
Hate him.
What do you do to you?
He fucking destroyed In the last X amount of years, any shot I've had at happiness, he chased Jimmy Johnson out of there. Fucking control freak douche.
Jets have a similar situation with Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson, yeah. Fucking just a baby owner who wants to be more famous than his players and his coach.
Jets are in trouble. They got big fucking salaries to deal with. They got to pay Sanchez a shitload to hold a fucking clipboard, unless they can ship him off somewhere else.
Yeah,
and save some of that money. We'll see. You want to hear Letterman on Oprah opening up his heart?
Yes.
Yes, let's hear that.
You really do?
Yeah, I kind of want to hear.
Letterman
we don't
being
know
serious?
a lot of the sensitive, real Dave.
People in general don't know about.
He's been
Dave.
very private. What made him agree to this? The late night wars heating up. You figured he'd get.
Maybe
Yeah?
he's trying to get himself out there a little more.
Yeah, put yourself out there.
And he was on Oprah's Next Chapter, part of the OWN network.
OWN,
which is the same as Oprah, except not in a TV studio.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean?
Just an interview show.
Oh, it's in her house or whatever.
But, like, this one was in a recording studio instead of with an audience.
OWN's not in trouble, but I think Oprah's going to have to bring back that show of hers for OWN.
Of course. I mean, Next Chapter is like bringing back the show without calling it the show.
Yeah, but she needs, because she doesn't do it in front of an audience, right?
Right.
So she needs to bring back the audience and all that screaming she does.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she do that?
Because she kind of got sick of it. She was
She's
hoping,
moving on to the next chapter.
She was hoping she could have her own TV channel and do some different things. But she's going to have to bring back the big show.
She doesn't have anything that appeals to anybody but fucking fat women. How about you realize there's other demos?
And she's going to have to start with that, David Letterman! She's got to start shouting again.
Hate that. Hate that.
You hated that?
Travolta came out as the captain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When he was giving away, they were giving away a trip to
Australia. And he was going to fly them there.
You're going to Australia! Yeah. She needs more of that.
You're good. She sounds like an annoying Twitter person.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close.
So Dave talks about what? What?
Oh, he tells all.
Does he? Does he dish?
Well, remember he was kind of doing that cheating thing.
Yeah.
And
What?
then he had to go on TV and admit the whole thing on his show.
Oh, that chick that worked there, right?
Surprise to you?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to anything.
So he talks about how talks to Oprah about going out on stage to announce his sex controversy.
Oh, right. He had to walk out there.
Was that one of the hardest days of your life when you're standing behind the curtain or wherever you stand before you come out, when you know you're going to now, quote, confess to the country about what has happened?
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But I will tell you something that in the back of my mind, this give you an idea the extent, the breadth and width of what a weasel I could be.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, maybe I can make this. Maybe I can get a little sympathy out of this deal here, you know.
Were you?
Yeah. I think I was probably hoping that. Rather than being the actual, the one who was guilty, I thought maybe I could generate some sympathy. So that's just awful, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you know.
Very honest.
Well, you know.
That's not that.
Yeah.
That's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy.
Because that's his.
That's a defense mechanism too.
But that's his persona, his TV persona, which is different than your real life persona. So that's not too far fetched or crazy, right?
No, I think whenever anybody's put in that position, you're going to want to try to squeeze as much good out of it as you can.
Right.
The only crazy thing is admitting it. Nobody would admit that. Be honest.
Exactly.
Dave talks to Oprah about telling his wife.
Oprah?
Was telling Regina the hardest?
Who?
Well, yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, that's not a good day. But you know, here we are.
Did you think she'd stay with you through the whole thing?
Don't know. Wasn't certain at the time.
Wasn't certain.
Wasn't certain at the time.
Did you have to sleep on the couch?
I slept a wide variety of.
I think Dave has another room.
But
in the house.
Second bedroom.
How did you make it?
Yeah. I don't think it's either the marital bed or the couch with Dave. I think there's a few other fucking rooms.
You think when you're Letterman and you're in the doghouse, you probably have a really nice other room to go to.
Other room.
It's a dog/guest house.
Right.
This is a guy who made a bedroom in his office at work.
Right.
I think he probably has.
Probably got nice digs.
You think he's got nice digs when he's in the
Got
doghouse?
some nice digs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess it's just the living room for me.
Well, he's trying to puff up the pillow on the little skinny couch, pulling a blanket that doesn't quite cover his feet.
He goes to another part of the house he's never seen before.
Yes, exactly.
That's
There's a bedroom here.
Just as cool as the rest of the house.
Yes.
What a smart guy to have that bedroom set up in his office. What a smart guy.
Man,
this way you don't have to bring a girl anywhere. She's right there.
I'm
they
at
work
work.
there. That's very smart.
Oh, boy.
No one can see you.
But
How did you make it better?
I'm still trying to fix
You
it.
think he still has that bedroom?
I don't
bet
know,
she
man.
comes in and comes in with a black light. Just looks for jizz anywhere. There's no bedroom
One of
anymore.
those old school beds that turns up into the wall.
Yeah,
Just like
Murphy bed.
A Murphy bed.
Honey, I have a army cot. Get rid of it. Get rid of the army cot, Dave.
He's not even allowed to have a comfortable chair.
A fucking recliner can only go back like 10 degrees.
He's got a lot of wooden benches around his office.
Airplane seat recline. That's all he's allowed.
Kind of how they do it around New York. So the homeless don't sleep on it.
Right, put spikes on everything. Yeah, they put those spikes on everything.
Spikes and...
windowsills, spikes, fucking fire hydrants. They put spikes on. They don't want homeless people sitting anywhere.
Do people know that don't come to New York?
No, I don't think
You
so.
can't sit anywhere in New York City. It's
They put
almost impossible.
Medieval fucking spearheads on everything.
Everything.
Sometimes
it's
you're
so
looking around, you're just
annoying.
like, I just kind of want to
Sometimes
fucking...
they'll have something that might be 3 inches, and you're like, I think I can get
could
part of
get a
my
cheek
ass
on there.
cheek on there to rest for a second.
Yeah.
You just can't fucking sit.
But
How did you make it better?
I'm still trying to fix it. It hasn't gone away. It'll never go away. She's been tremendous. She's got great courage. She's greatly intelligent. And
How did you regain her trust?
that's what I'm still doing. I'm still doing it each and every day in big ways and small ways, and get the reward of the nature of a relationship I never experienced before in my life, nor did I ever think was possible.
Did it bring you closer?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We went through this together. We have that in common. And I'm telling you, it's great. My life is fun and full of joy now that I only pretended at before.
Oh, is that it?
So how about that?
So how about that? I don't think Dave's being honest.
He's a master, though, of like easing any tension that was right there in that moment.
Yeah.
Because right after that, he goes, so how about that? Give me one of these. And he gave her a fist bump.
Fist bump. Yeah.
He doesn't like talking about himself ever.
No.
So this is kind of interesting. Morning mashup people walking by.
Oh, hi, there
I
they
don't
are.
acknowledge them.
Oh, there she is, Bigfoot herself. That was so funny. People pointed out that we were talking about Bigfoot and the lack of existence thereof that day.
We proved everyone wrong.
And then later in the show, Bigfoot.
That bitch got big tootsies.
Fucking giant tootsies. It's all I think about when I see her. All I think about.
Dave talks to Oprah about
all week.
not getting. Oh, so that's it on the infidelity. So then he moves on to not getting the Tonight Show. Now what? Who cares?
So many years ago.
Right.
So many years ago.
And he made his own thing, which is, I think, even cooler.
He's a fucking... if you're number 2 in a country of 300 million, you're doing good.
Yep.
Silly.
Did you also, somewhere in your subconscious, think you would be the heir?
Not subconscious. I had a meeting, and they said, we want you to take Johnny's job.
Yeah, that's good. We had a meeting, too, that we were
here's how
supposed to
we're
be here at Sirius first. Remember that?
Oh, right.
Remember that meeting we had? Hey, we want you guys.
It happens, especially in entertainment.
XM wants you, but Sirius wants you.
They want us
Why don't
bad.
you come here?
And then all of a sudden...
Hey, Bob, let's talk to Sirius a little more. Oh, what? They're not accepting your calls?
Yeah, they went from wanting us bad to not accepting our agents' calls anymore.
Yeah.
And the reason was because all of a sudden they were in talks with Howard.
Here we.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true.
So I know what Dave's talking about on a minuscule level.
And then the guy at XM didn't really want us. That was wonderful.
Oh, that fucking piece of shit.
Hate him.
Hugh Panero.
Hugh Panero.
Pube Panero.
Pube Panero.
Have we told the people his opening line in a while? His opening line, I'll never forget. He walks in and he goes, "Look, I just want to let you guys know, I'm not a fan of you guys. I'm not a fan of your show, but I understand why we should have it on XM.
Thanks for the support."
Same idiot who thought Bob Edwards was the big get.
Right. And that's how we started our relationship with Hugh Panero. That was his opening line. And then he tried to say he's not Mel Karmazin either. And he's not. I don't know
Say that again.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know what he was getting at with that. Like, I guess Mel Karmazin allowed things with us, which isn't true.
Opie, he was going to he wasn't going to take any nonsense.
Is that what he was getting at?
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. And meanwhile, by not taking nonsense, it was,
Mel Karmazin
the company.
Mel Karmazin never took nonsense.
Of course not.
I went upstairs to say goodbye to him. He left the company right before we went on break. And he even said it. He's like, "Look, I never gave a shit what you guys said on air about me or the company because I know it's for entertainment." Yes. But fucking Hugh Panero never understood that, and these assholes that oversee our channel now. And I'm not saying Scott Greenstein. I'm talking about the other guys. They hate when we talk about them.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get what we do.
And Mel Karmazin didn't even care. He goes, I just want to let you know, I never cared about the stuff you guys said about me or the company because I knew it was for entertainment value.
Yeah.
Very simple lesson right there.
You think everybody would have figured that out by now?
You would think.
No kidding.
Fucking radio.
But if we talk to these
if
we talk bad about these low-level guys, everyone gets a talking to.
They love being called low-level.
You just did.
You did.
But everyone gets a talking to. How is that good for the show? How is it good for the show? Because the listeners are eating it up. Because they have a loser fucking boss that they're trying to figure out what he does for the company.
Yep.
So they relate.
Oh boy.
Because
middle management is a complete waste of time.
Oh.
It gets in the way of everything. It gets in the way of productivity and, in our case, creativity.
And walls.
Walls, right. So where were we? Letterman talking about the Tonight Show not getting the gig.
Take Johnny's job.
Yeah.
And here's how we're going to do it. We just want to make sure that you're interested in this, and then we're going to call the so-and-so, and then we think that it'll be a combination where you start filling in, and then eventually Johnny goes out. So they had this conversation. We had two meetings, and I finally said, "This is great." I said, "Have you mentioned this to Johnny?" And they said, "Well, no, we haven't mentioned this to Johnny." And I said, "Well, I can't have this conversation until I know that it's okay with Johnny." And that's the last I heard.
Oh,
so
it wasn't okay with Johnny.
It wasn't just me wanting and hoping.
There was a conversation.
They had reached out. But I understand that what they wanted was completely self-serving. They wanted to continue to maintain the show so that they could make a lot of money. Now, what NBC wanted turned out to be something different. So I can't complain about that. You can't force somebody to want you.
Wow.
Wait, I don't understand. It sounds like Johnny fucked him.
No.
What happened, Jimmy?
Johnny wanted him. Johnny did want him.
But he said he talked to the company, and they wanted him.
That was just the last conversation they had.
I can't have this talk until Johnny knows.
That was just the last discussion they had. Yeah, no, Carson didn't fuck him.
I bet they wanted somebody that would follow them. And so when Letterman started saying, "Well, no, I don't want to do anything until you talk to Johnny,"
the
said,
company
fuck
was
you.
like,
"Fuck
Johnny.
you.
Johnny's
no,
out.
We're the
you
guys."
Listen to me, motherfucker. E-Rock wants to comment on what Johnny's last meal was.
It was also ownership issues.
Huh?
It was also ownership issues because Carson owned The Tonight Show, his whole library, everything. If Letterman took over through Carson Productions, Carson owned that too, and NBC wanted to own the show.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Then Johnny didn't fuck him. And Jay was willing to just, I'll do whatever you want. That's fine by me. I'll just fucking come here and tell some jokes, make a lot of money.
He didn't care.
No.
Why should he?
And there was someone a little bigger than the company that decided they wanted Leno over Letterman.
Yeah.
Obviously. Cool. That's how that shit goes down. Dave talks to Oprah about his rivalry with Leno.
Oh.
Okay. So, there is an assumption over the years that because you didn't get it and Jay Leno did, that's where the rivalry between the two of you started. Is that true?
No.
That's not true.
The rivalry, Jay and I were friends. We were always friends before all of this happened. He has a way. He's an unusual fellow. I've never met anyone quite like Jay.
It's mentally stable.
I will say, and I'm happy to say, that I think is the funniest guy I've ever known. Just flat out. if you go to see him do his nightclub act, just the funniest, the smartest, wonderful observations, and very appealing as a comic.
Means clean.
Therefore, the fact that he is also maybe the most insecure person I have ever known, I could never reconcile that. Wow. You're the best. Why are you doing things to support this insecurity?
Everybody thinks you're insecure, too.
Not to the degree this man is. This is the guy that is documented as hiding in a closet while they were having a business meeting at NBC to decide who would get the...
You think that's true?
I was just trying to hang up my overcoat and lock the door. I forgot, but then I heard some stuff and I decided, well...
Maybe, but is that any more insecure?
It's hilarious.
Than needing validation from another woman? And believe me, I get Letterman's personal life a lot more than I get Jay's, because I would do the same thing he did. Like, Jay is apparently very faithful and goes home every night, and there's never been allegations of that type of stuff. But so how is that like one more insecure? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Come on, man.
And as far as hiding in a closet, if there's a high-powered meeting going on about you and you have a chance to kind of easdrop, I can't. I don't know.
That's a ballsy move, to tell you the truth.
But I don't know one person that wouldn't at least try to get an ear into the conversation, right?
That's craziness.
He thought he was safe in the old closet.
The closet. How did it come out that he was in the closet? Who found out?
I don't know.
The guy who wrote the book, Bill Carter from the New York Times.
Yeah.
How do you know so much about
Bill
this?
Carter.
He's a little Mr. Late Night. He loves late night shit.
But what did Jay tell him, that he was hiding in the closet?
No.
How did it come out?
So Bill Carter released the information. I don't know exactly how he got it. But
I want to know how, if Jay was the guy in the closet, no one's with Jay in the closet, Jay finds out info from the closet. If he didn't tell anyone he was in the closet, how did people know he was in the closet?
Maybe he called someone out who was lying. He goes, I heard it. I was in the
closet. I heard the whole discussion.
Something Travolta saw him in there.
Something about a closet.
Something about a closet. There was a closet involved.
There was a closet involved.
Dress.
You were in the closet. I was in the closet. Something in the closet.
Saw the dress in the closet. A dress. Something about a dress.
But of course he's insecure. He's a comic. All comics are
Yes,
insecure.
that's odd.
Every human being is insecure. You don't have to just be a comic.
And just because you're successful at something, and what Dave was saying, the best at what he does, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be secure in that.
No.
It's worse.
Pryor was the best stand-up ever, and he was a fucking insecure maniac.
Yeah.
Of course.
Entertainers
Was
are
he
very
the best ever, Jimmy?
Pryor, yes.
Open for discussion.
I would debate anybody on that.
Oh.
Simply for social relevance and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yakov?
Yeah, but he's a different...
King of Branson.
Can't take that away from him.
Fair enough.
Branson Moe, motherfucker.
In the house.
That's right.
We're having a business meeting at NBC to decide who would get the Tonight Show chair.
So
I'm not hidden in closets, not for that purpose. I've found myself, sadly, in closets.
But not for that purpose.
Not for that purpose.
So your reason for the rivalry is because of Jay's insecurity?
Well, how it manifests itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was waiting for a follow-up.
Yeah.
Comment? Comment? Dave, comment?
There's a part two, obviously. Dave talks to Oprah about Jay and him being friends.
I just tell you this. When we were all kids, and I do still think Jay and I are friends.
Would he think so, too?
I think so.
Really?
I think so, because I got too much on.
Fuck that gap-tooth son of a bitch. Yeah, fuck him.
When he and I were kids, and somebody would go on like the Merv Griffin show.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do well, Jay would come, hey, did you see Larry on the Merv Griffin show? No, I didn't. Yeah, I got a tape back at the house. Come on back, we'll take a look at it. and he would invite you back to watch one of our fellow comics bomb. And it was just like, oh, Jay, stop.
That's fucking great.
No, Letterman.
That's fucking great.
That's hilarious.
It's good to know that that goes way back.
That's hilarious.
Great.
Jimmy and his guys would do that.
Of course.
Do you know when Jim Florentine bombed on MTV?
Yeah.
We didn't have portable phones, and me and Levy kept trying to catch it on the MTV thing to call each other and see how great it was that Florentine was getting heckled off the stage. There's nothing better than watching a comic bomb.
By the way, is that on YouTube anywhere?
Try, I don't know, quarantine.
'Cause you got my curiosity.
Oh, my God, on the Pauly Shore show?
Pauly Shore show, was it?
But you got to think Letterman was into that. What is he talking about?
I love watching comedians bomb.
let's
I
get to the end
love
of this
it.
clip.
One of our fellow comics bomb. And it was just like, oh, Jay, stop that.
Yeah.
You know, that's
So that time,
silliness.
when we did the Super Bowl spot, 2 or 3 years ago, you all hadn't communicated
No.
in years and years
No.
and years. Was that awkward for you?
No, it was great because, as he and I discussed then, our way of life at the Comedy Store
Yes.
is exactly the way you would think it would be for a group of comics. It was tinged with sarcasm and ugliness and insult, but everybody loved it. We thrived on it.
Yeah.
We could call each other names. We could steal each other's jokes. We could make fun of each other's girlfriends and this and that and this and that. You take that out of the Comedy Store, and all of a sudden, oh, my God, it's Civil War. We can't believe it. But the truth of it is, the way Jay and I have behaved toward each other is the way comics tend to behave toward one another.
He's softening it a little bit, huh?
I don't know. It's very hard to put yourself in that position and situation and say, oh, no, he should do this, or you meant that. Who the fuck are we to say? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you thought you were going to get that deal for the Tonight Show, and then you don't get it,
and your pal does,
you're going to get pretty fucking pissed, quite frankly.
They're asking me to take over, but I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Oh, Jimmy. Well, wait till you get the news, because I am. Jimmy's face.
Oh, my God.
I go, I look at Jimmy. Jimmy just looks at me like, ugh, shut up.
Jesus. I was just thinking of you hosting the Tonight Show.
Oh, please, right? Would be great.
That would be good.
Oh, please.
The fucking band would be changed immediately.
The house next door to me.
Late Night Wars gets better. Kimmel starts tonight.
Yeah, Kimmel starts, so that's...
He'll probably do well.
Yeah, I think he will.
I think he'll do well.
He's considered the young upstart, you know?
Him and Fallon.
He's got that new type of attitude. I like the way he incorporates the internet. And
he's very current. Him and Kimmel, very current. Him and Fallon, excuse me.
Yeah.
It seems Letterman and Jay still haven't really embraced all that social networking.
No, they're sticking
a little
with
bit
the classic kind of.
But those guys really understand the potential there.
Who's his guest tonight, Kimmel?
I don't know.
It just says Monday's special. Says tonight.
So maybe they're doing a whole
Jimmy Kimmel Live's Goodbye to Midnight.
Oh,
very cool. So it'll be like a huge clip show, probably.
Or he's got secret guests that he's going to try to trump the other shows with.
Oh, that'll be good.
Oh,
I'll be watching.
Oh, tune in.
I'll be watching.
Indubitably. Mm-hmm.
He'll do well. That's the future of it.
Of course he'll do well.
It's Kimmel, and then eventually, when Jay retires, I'm guessing Fallon will step in there.
And what about Conan?
Poor Conan on TBS. Very funny.
You know what?
No, it's
not. Yeah. I mean, all the people who support Conan, if all you guys in Conan's army were watching him.
Team Coco.
But you're not watching him.
Hashtag Team Coco.
That's right.
Where are they? Where are these? They were just using it as a dislike for Jay and as a reason to complain and this and that. But he has millions of Twitter. Where are all of these loyal
not watching
viewers?
TBS.
And if he
is he doing all right on TBS? I don't know.
No,
he
I
seems
don't
to be
think so.
completely buried.
Yeah, no, not compared to the
No one's talking about
No one's talking about Team Coco anymore.
No one's talking about him.
If he had just stayed on doing his late show
At 12:30.
He would have had
for like
a much
2
bigger
or 3
audience.
more years,
Right.
He would have gotten the Tonight Show and everything would have been fine.
Maybe.
They must have.
You don't know that.
You
I don't know.
think so?
No, I don't know that either.
I don't agree with you.
I think
You
that was
don't
a
think
Jeff
so?
Zucker decision. I think.
I think he's always been a little too quirky for mainstream.
And he had a good fucking a nice audience, Conan. He didn't have a fucking shit audience. He had a legitimate following.
And people loved him.
But after 15 years, everybody kind of knows what you do, for good or for bad. So they've made their decision already whether or not they like you. And you know what I mean? It's like you're not going to move an hour earlier and all of a sudden 40 million more people are going to go, oh, my God, because they've all seen you at one time or another. So he had his core following, and they were a good fucking audience.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that the desire to move up and be more famous or to be bigger or to compete. I mean, that's the nature of it. But in that world, there are so few people doing it. There's so few people that you can't, you know, how can you get so bent out of shape if you're on at 12:30 and on 11:30 when there's, what is there, 6 shows like that? Mm-hmm. There's Conan, Letterman, fucking Ferguson, Jay, and what? I mean, who else?
Ferguson's pretty funny.
I've never seen a show.
No.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah?
Oh, Kimmel and...
I think so.
I don't watch that motherfucker.
I can't pick just one.
I don't watch that son of a bitch.
Hard. Honestly, I like Letterman from the real old days, so I have a soft spot in my heart for Letterman always.
Old days Letterman was great.
Well,
That
being
was
a New York
cutting
guy and all that, and, you know, I loved watching when he was on Late.
Yeah, because he was
Our
doing
hours
shit
have-
that was never done on TV.
Yeah,
That
our
was
hours
fun.
have changed to the point I don't really watch any of these shows that much anymore.
Yeah.
I'll catch a clip here and there on the internet. but-
Jimmy Kimmel's probably the best at getting his stuff out there, like
Yep.
doing stuff
Yeah,
that
he's
people
smart.
talk
Well,
about.
they're internet smart because then that's the people behind the show, too,
Well-
probably know that you got to keep it online.
Well, we have an internet presence, Jimmy, right? What's the last video that SiriusXM put up for us?
Let me go check the
Oh,
Sirius XM.
See, just when they think we're not keeping tabs on them.
Just when they think
Their
they're out of
web
the
presence is embarrassing.
No, it's good. It's just like Jimmy Kimmel. Let's see what they got for us.
Wow, let's say it's got to be something really current.
Wait, don't. What do you think it is? I'm going to go with Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big guess.
Django is a huge
That was
movie.
big.
And we had Quentin sitting right there, right
That
next to
was
Jimmy.
big.
Gives that pleasure.
Go to the O&A section.
That would be fine if it's Tarantino.
That'd be great.
See.
I don't think
then
it is.
It would be a huge face to me if it's up there.
Loading.
Nothing loads this long in 2013.
Maybe a big video.
Spinning wheel, baby.
Maybe a big Tarantino
Round and
video.
round.
A lot of traffic.
You think there's a lot of traffic there right now?
Oh, yeah.
What goes up must come down. Spinning wheels got to go round. Drop all your trouble by the riverside.
Reload if you guys keep singing, because the section isn't.
Because it's still.
No, why? Because he's down the hall panicking, trying to upload something right now.
Didn't that guy get in trouble? Blood, Sweat, and Tears guy? Underage girl?
I don't know. I like Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
You did. Yeah.
Some of their diva tracks are cool, too.
I'm just going to go to the YouTube page.
No! Wait. You can't even go to the O&A video right now?
Well, what do you see there?
A spinning wheel got to go round.
Nothing.
You think the radio wizard is
Talking
aware
about-
that we just have a spinning wheel?
There it is. This
First time hearing
goes
about
up, must come down.
Okay, I'm going to
Spinning wheel is just spinning.
go back
About
to
your
it.
trouble, crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin.
Every other website's doing fine, by the way.
You got no video.
Don't go to YouTube. I don't want to go to YouTube.
No
I want to go to the
problem.
SiriusXM website, and I want to know why the radio wizard, if this is your only job, isn't constantly making sure all the cogs are spinning
Right.
correctly.
Oh, it's spinning.
Yeah, there it is.
Did you find a directing sign on the straight and narrow highway? Yeah, look at him. It's still spinning. Would you mind if it's still spinning?
Can you go down the hall and tell the radio wizard it's just spinning? Please, it'll make my
Just sing
morning.
spinning wheel to him.
If it makes you feel
Just
better.
go,
spinning wheel to
just go. Are you aware that when you go to Opie and Anthony on SiriusXM to check out their latest video, it's just spinning? Please do it for me. Please.
It'll make your morning? Okay. For you.
We gotta run.
Someone is waiting just for you. Spinning wheel.
Spinning true.
Wow. As a child of the 80s, I remember driving, not driving.
This song
I was
is
in the
horrible.
car with
it
my
horrible,
mom and
really?
dad, and this would be on when we were driving out to my best friend Roy's house.
Nice. I'm gonna pick the next spinning wheel song for us.
Oh.
I'm actually gonna do Blood, Sweat, and
It's
Tears.
still spinning if you look.
Is it?
Watch now video. The wheel is spinning. Good for you, bro.
Sweat and Tears. I want to play something.
side. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel fly.
Terrible fucking tune.
You don't like this little part at the end?
No, it's terrible.
What about the little part at the end, Jimmy? Listen. It goes...
You could do that
Like
on
that?
your thing.
I could have toodly-dooed. Oh, what's this?
I'm a fan of this one. You've made me so very happy.
Oh. More blood, sweat, and tears?
Yes, Sam. Perfect
What
music
happened,
for your
Sam?
answer.
I asked, are you aware that there's only a spinning wheel when you go to the video section of the Opie and Anthony page?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, the website's not loading. I'm not sure why.
But it's loading for everyone else. That means he's the problem. Doesn't he understand that yet?
I'm not.
You made me so very happy.
Good.
Sam Roberts came into my heart.
You know what's funny? If it had loaded, it probably would have been the Tarantino video.
Right.
I doubt it.
And you
But
guys
it
would have
didn't
been
even
like, oh, that's
load.
cool.
Try it again, Sam.
It doesn't matter if it's a clip from fucking, like, Friday.
Wait, wouldn't that same video be on the YouTube version of this?
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, let's go there.
Hang on, I'm going to go back to the Opie and Anthony page.
This is a cool song, no?
I like Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Jimmy don't like them.
They know how to play their instruments.
Okay.
made me. What?
Getting a spinning wheel when I reload.
Spinning? When you reload?
Sirius XM Opie and Anthony page.
Round and round. This is terrible.
And Gary didn't know why it wasn't loading. Because
he's
the
not even
website is
aware.
a piece of shit.
No,
Yeah.
because he's not even aware. He doesn't even go to all these places to make sure everything is working properly for the
No.
O&A show.
He did, to his credit, had the website up when I spoke to him.
Of course, because he's listening to our show.
Good show.
You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record player. The song's not the same without a cock spinning. You spin me right round, baby. Yeah! Oh, Sam, put your dick away. Come on. Meat spin.
How about this song by Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
Oh.
Another one I like.
Oh. A little harmonic-y.
You know it yet?
Yeah. And
when I die, and when I'm gone,
you'll be one time on this world to carry on, carry on.
What happened?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Don't really care.
You know what's cool about playing music from your phone?
What?
It's like old school, like a transistor
It sounds
radio.
like transistor radio, AM.
I feel like I'm on the beach somewhere listening to someone's tunes.
Yeah, getting on my amplitude modulation.
Of course, down the hall, they don't understand this.
No.
They're like, why would you play it off your phone when you could do it high quality?
Right.
Where do you go, Chicago or Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Similar bands because they know how to play their
A lot of,
instruments.
yeah, they got them horns.
They got that brass.
Them horns. I would go, nah. I don't know. They're a little too different.
Chicago had a lot more hits.
Chicago. Yeah, I might have to go Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're...
What happened now?
We're just on the YouTube page.
Okay, that's good.
Tarantino.
It is Tarantino. Nice.
Yeah, I mean...
A lot of views.
How many views?
Well, it's been up for 2 weeks.
All right. Quentin
many
Tarantino, 2 weeks. Django, huge movie.
2 weeks.
980.
1,000?
I went underground and just walked around for 2 hours, and it's got 50,000 views. What's wrong with these people?
Fucking
And they
web
wanted
team stinks.
and they want to control my videos. I'm like, go fuck yourself. You don't know what you're doing.
The interview I posted with me and Billy Eichner from Fuse
Yeah.
is competing with
Wait,
Tarantino.
You got Billy Eichner on?
Yeah, I talked to him a while back.
I just discovered him over the weekend.
He's been around for a while.
Never heard
Billy
of him.
on the Street?
Yeah.
Who's
Fucking
he?
love Billy on the Street.
I've never heard of him.
Oh,
You want to? You
I thought
want?
there was an English guy.
Have you seen Billy on the Street yet?
No.
It's off of something that he was doing for Funny or Die, and now
Right.
it's a show on Fuse.
Oh.
He watched.
It's Eastside Dave if Eastside Dave was focused.
Oh,
which I
man.
told Dave a million
Oh,
fucking
Dave.
times. Isn't it like a lot like Eastside Dave with the like?
Yeah, he's just screaming at people.
The manic behavior and all that.
Well,
show me a clip of Billy on the street for the guys, please.
Billy liked my iPhone video, by the way.
You mean Apple 5?
Apple 5. He loved
For
it.
$1, who's more talented, Flo Rida or Al Roker?
I don't know either one of them. I'm Al Roker even? The guy who lost all the weight?
Yeah, the weatherman from the Today Show.
Was he on Three's Company?
Come on.
Oh, I was.
Oh, you were?
Hey!
Oh my God, you were! Yes! Yes! He was on Three's Company!
That was Larry.
That was Larry Fine?
That was that
Larry,
was
Larry, Klein.
Yes,
Was it
that
really?
that was him.
You picked the worst clip.
I just picked the first clip.
Well, but that rhymes with worst.
All right, good point.
It is the worst one.
We're on the street right now.
Ow,
We're going to be
ow,
asking real
ow.
people what they think about the real issues of the day. Are you ready, Robin?
I'm ready, Billy.
This is broken. I need some damn money right now. I got smoke for you to get real high. Real high.
Here we go. Miss, are you concerned about nuclear power in Iran?
Do they have nuclear power in Iran?
Well, they
you
want
know
to be.
what? Play from Funny or Die when he interviewed Will Ferrell.
Oh, that new clip?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because these guys
Does
aren't
Will
thinking-
Ferrell act like some sort of a man-child in this?
You get the feel of what this guy's all about. He's very aggressive with his style.
Oh, right.
Yes.
And that's what I like about him. He does this thing called Billy on the Street plays Would Drew Barrymore Like That with Will Ferrell. It's
right.
the dumbest idea ever.
Okay.
But he pulls it off.
Wow. Wait until this guy's done talking about phones. Will Arnett wants to talk to us
Will
about
Arnett.
phones. I'm not going to listen to him.
Will Arnett's he's,
Handsome.
all over the internet. I think he had hair transplant.
Did he?
I think he did. Just saying.
Hey guys, it's Billy out here in Soho with a very special guest today, the one and only Will Ferrell, ready to play one of my new favorite games. Would Drew Barrymore like that? How are you, Will?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, good. So we're going to play Would Drew Barrymore Like That? Let me explain how it works. I'm going to list some items, and you have to tell me if Drew Barrymore would like it. If you think Drew Barrymore would like it, you say, yes, Drew Barrymore would like that. If you don't think Drew Barrymore would like it, you say, no, Drew Barrymore would not like that. Understand?
I understand, yes.
Okay, so if it's the color red, you say, yes, Drew Barrymore would like the color red, or no, Drew Barrymore would not like the color red. Okay. Right. Great, Will. If you get enough right, you win a big prize. You ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
Okay, here we go. Would Drew Barrymore like that? And away we go. Grapes.
Drew Barrymore would like grapes.
Yes, correct. Drew Barrymore would love grapes. Grapes are amazing. People.
Of course, Drew Barrymore would like people.
Yes, correct. Drew Barrymore would like people. Going to the movies.
Drew Barrymore, no, she would not like going to the movies.
Yes, she would like going to the movies. It's a good escape for her. Chilling at home.
Drew Barrymore would love chilling at home.
Yes, she does. She likes chilling at home. Eating blueberries.
Drew Barrymore would love eating blueberries.
Drew Barrymore would hate eating a blueberry. Drew Barrymore would kill you if you even offered her a blueberry. Robert Downey Jr.
Drew Barrymore would not like Robert Downey Jr.
Correct. Drew Barrymore would not like Robert Downey Jr. Taking a nap.
Drew Barrymore, she loves taking naps.
Yes, she loves taking a nap. She's tired. A public pool.
What's wrong with this
Drew
guy?
Barrymore would not like a public pool.
He struck
Drew
me
Barrymore
as.
wouldn't be caught dead in a public pool. Santa Claus.
Okay.
Drew Barrymore loves Santa Claus.
Yes, she would. Will Ferrell.
Drew Barrymore would like Will Ferrell.
No, Drew Barrymore hates you. I'm sorry to tell you that. I love you. You're like my comedy hero. Drew Barrymore can't stand you. A spoon of peanut butter.
Drew Barrymore would savor a spoon of peanut butter.
Yes, she certainly would. A Christmas party.
Drew Barrymore probably throws a lovely Christmas party.
No, it's too overwhelming. She's a homebody. Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore would like Mary Poppins.
Yes, she would. Drew Barrymore wouldn't shut up about Mary Poppins. She'd probably describe her as timeless.
Comes
Going
off
to
as
Florida.
very flamboyant.
Drew Barrymore would not like going to Florida.
No, she would not. Goldilocks.
Drew Barrymore would like Goldilocks.
No, Drew Barrymore would not like Goldilocks. She doesn't understand that whole situation. Hearing singing.
What?
Hearing singing.
Hearing singing?
Yes. Hearing somebody sing!
Drew Barrymore would like hearing singing.
She would like to hear singing. And finally, a side salad.
No. Drew Barrymore wants a full salad.
That's correct. Drew Barrymore wants a full salad. You win, Will Ferrell. Let's see his prize. Oh, it's a cat scratch post.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is bitchin'.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
I love it. Thank you.
These are birds, I
Do you
think.
think he just found Will Ferrell on the street?
Oh, they're not?
They're little cats.
Little cats. Why does a
set
cat
up?
want to hit another
Yeah,
little
because
cat
Funny or
face?
Die is Will's
Oh,
site.
I thought this was
Dude,
set up.
that's how they
I mean,
relieve tension.
not set up.
No, well, it's kind of hard to get someone to sign off on it if it's not.
You got to watch the show.
Well,
you got to be
I
there.
guess so.
It's one of those you got to be there.
It doesn't make me laugh, but he's an entertaining guy. I can see he's definitely an entertaining guy.
Like, if that was
I like his
a quarter as long,
that was long.
Well,
I would have.
I'm trying to find a clip that brings it all together.
Yeah?
I certainly have not done that here today, but it's on Fuse. I would suggest you check it out.
He stole my shit, this guy.
No, he didn't.
I got a game called Would the Devil Like That?
Yeah?
Whoa,
How do you play?
creepy.
I asked people, would the devil like that?
Give us some examples.
Hell.
The devil would like hell.
Fuck yeah.
Say fucking puppies.
Fuck yeah.
Oh. What else?
Hot fires.
Yes, the devil would like hot
Fuck
fire.
yeah, loves them.
Anal sex.
Fuck yeah, right up the shitter.
Oh, here's angels.
No, boo. Devil thinks angels are bunches of dog shit.
Oh.
It's
Well,
a
that's
great
good one,
game.
Chip.
Fuck yeah.
What about the Lord Jesus Christ?
Nah, he don't think Jesus. He thinks Jesus is a fucking nerd.
Nerd.
Fuck yeah.
What about heavy guitars?
Fucking loves heavy. So heavy that he himself cannot lift it.
Good one.
Oh, that's
Fucking
good.
know it is.
What about a robot band?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Devilish robots.
Just a robot.
Billy on the Streets on Fuse.
Yeah.
Foozy.
Give it a try, and then come back and tell me what you think.
Hey.
I just like his very aggressive, over-the-top style, his delivery.
What is this? Is this...
No, this is just him talking about it, I think.
Oh,
really?
Florentine?
Yeah.
All right, why don't we try to find the Florentine
It's
clip?
not the clip. I tried. I looked at it.
Yeah, I don't think it's
All right.
out there.
Well, we'll break, and we'll do some things to get
Yes.
us to 10 o'clock.
God
next.
damn it.
Let's try our video again.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Round, baby, right round, like a right round.
Okay, faggot.
Oh.
Sam, I decided to save it for the air, what you told me in the hall.
Do you suck dicks?
Yes.
First of all, Vanderpump is here today.
Who's Vanderpump?
What?
From, well, it's the old dude from Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh.
Comments
Beverly
here, too.
Hills
I don't watch that.
Housewives.
I've seen it.
That guy with his tiny, tiny little dog that almost got stepped on in the bathroom.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, you know him, right?
Well, I've seen the show because it's got them batshit crazy sisters on there, right?
Kim.
Yeah, Kim is the real batshit crazy
Kim
one. The other
Richards.
ones are right.
And Kyle.
Kim was hot back in the.
And they're both related to Paris Hilton, by the way.
Oh, right.
No desire to watch a bunch of fucking rich people.
No.
Zero.
Oh,
No, it's more
turn
than
your head.
It's more than
But you know what I mean.
the Housewives shows are really stupid.
A bunch of cunts. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Dudes. Well, why don't we get Vanderpump in here just so we can tell him that? No. So I was in the hall, and Sam goes, because Sam loves juicy gossip. You should be one of these housewives.
What does Sam like more? Taking a shift anywhere it opens up here at the Sirius Satellite Radio, or juicy piece of gossip?
I gotta say, I think he likes gossip a little more than doing a radio show.
I do.
Yes.
I'm just as satisfied doing a radio show for just me talking about
Right.
gossip.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You would fit in with those housewives, though.
So-
you could all sit around and be catty and talk about each other and gossip.
You like gossip?
Love gossip.
So Sam, dish.
Gossip is
He
my
couldn't
whole
wait to
shit.
tell me, and he knew.
Of course he couldn't.
The old version of me, I would have been fucking punching the walls. But now when I hear stuff like this, I laugh so hard because I know how much it's going to piss off others instead of myself.
Oh, no.
And for the
I'm
record,
not even bothered by this. I think it's hilarious.
this information came from my fellow gossip queen who's been feeding me information
Mars.
all day. Marcelino.
All right. So Marcelino is a fucking gossip maven.
So
he loves gossip.
If Mars is listening to the show on his fast food headset, he should come to the studio.
When you little scamps get together.
Oh, my God.
We only have 3 clips on the SiriusXM YouTube channel.
Let me check that
Everyone
out.
is tweeting me saying only 3 clips.
No one goes to YouTube for videos. What are you talking
No,
about?
they do, Ant.
Oh, Jimmy.
And why didn't we play the Radio Wizard bit this morning? We talked about him a lot.
That's a good question.
From the song contest thing we did.
It's Mars.
How many of ours are up there?
Well, there's one from 2 weeks ago, Quentin Tarantino.
Nice.
There he
And
is.
then
the
before that...
gossip guy.
Before that?
Okay, let me load more.
We only have one.
What?
Oh, some audio clips of Louis C.K. Those were 2 months ago. So they took a little.
We haven't had anyone else in, huh?
In 2 months? I think.
Didn't we talk to the radio wizard about this shit?
Do we have Penn? Anything from Penn? He was very entertaining on the show.
Very entertaining, and actually he talked
Penn
about
Jillette.
school shootings and all that, which is very topical. So I'm sure we got a clip from that.
we got
didn't
Penn, right?
There's Willie Nelson, Jason Aldean,
What's
One
our-
Direction.
What's our third clip? by the way?
1D. I was going to take a stripper to that show.
Would have been a bad idea.
Yeah?
Boys to Men. Yeah, I don't see Penn is the only thing.
Oh.
What's our third clip, by the way? So you got Louis 2 months ago. You got Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
What's our third clip on the?
Well, I guess this is Ricky Gervais with Jim.
All right.
And me, but you wouldn't know that from watching the video.
Okay. Well, I think he's doing a great job making sure it's all updated.
That's good.
Making sure our best interest is being met.
Yeah.
Sam, so what you tell me in the hall? Why don't you
Ooh.
tell these guys? Well, no, I want to play the game.
I like this.
I want them to guess. There's
Okay.
a reason why Shade 45 wants the Martha Stewart old studio.
A gossipy reason, so who knows? But
And,
this is
and
a
of course,
gossip.
we want to just knock the wall down behind me and make a nice big studio finally
Studio for us.
And that would only get us to where we used to be 4 years ago.
Exactly.
We're not even asking
Maybe.
for more than what we used
No.
to have.
No. So it's this is just stuff that's up on the wire. This isn't
Right. There's a
etched
reason
in
why they want to
stone.
move into that studio.
Because
So-
they want to look out the window.
All right,
Sam,
that's
is it-
one of the guys?
'cause they
Is
wanna-
it? They want to look out the window.
According to my gossip sources,
Yeah.
Jim Norton, you are incorrect.
Oh,
How many guesses? They both get 3 strikes.
All right.
They both get. Oh yeah, because you
So
know.
let me. I love playing games. Could you do it up on the big
A
tote board
gossipy
there?
reason.
Jim Norton has 1 strike.
All right.
And?
The Shade 45 studio is infested with roaches.
That answer, Anthony, according to my gossip sources, is incorrect.
Damn it.
Can I guess?
1 strike
No,
apiece.
you already know.
Ah, damn it!
Because they want to do live performances in the space and there's no room where they are.
I like that Jimmy's going with real answers,
He is.
which
Yeah,
I
that's-
appreciate.
Oh, believe me, mine was real. I swear. I thought maybe.
Jim, a well thought out answer.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Definitely a possibility.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
According to my gossip sources,
Yes.
that is incorrect. Incorrect.
All right, I've noticed. I'm not going to say who or when this happened or anything.
where.
There is something that goes on with some of the people here that work at Shade. I'm going to say they want to move because they don't want to be next to us.
Specifically,
Wow. That's
so they're not
wrong.
next door to the Opie and Anthony show.
Yes.
Anthony, a great theory. And as a matter of fact, that answer is incorrect. It's incorrect.
Yes, because I knew that would be incorrect.
Why? Mr.
Because-
Know-It-All.
Because it just didn't sound correct.
Oh, okay.
You each have 1 strike
One
left. That's 1 strike left.
Why
I gotta
does Shade
think.
45 want to move into our brand new space? I'm
Martha-
already calling it ours.
Yeah.
Why? We'll go with Jim Norton for his final guess first.
Go
Jim
for it.
Norton
Go
for the win.
Go for a real answer.
Oh, I am.
Okay, good.
I have to think now because
America wants to know. You've each got 2 strikes, only 1 left. Why does Shade 45 want the Martha
This is
Studio?
as
because they
per
want
the gossip.
a
from-
video element to the show.
Oh,
and
no.
it'll be more conducive in that
Oh, boy.
studio.
Jim, wouldn't that be ironic if that were the
that
case?
would be ironic.
Because, Jim, that answer is correct!
What?
According to my gossip sources...
Yo, nigga, what up?
Negro.
Yo, nigga, what up?
What? According to my gossip sources, which is the guy in the orange T-shirt over there,
Who would that be?
Mars Marcelino.
Mars, step up to the big boy stage.
He works in
nigga,
engineering.
what up?
What?
Wait a minute. What?
He brings an apple on a plate.
I asked
to
for
Jimmy.
it, thank
Wait,
You
so-
look like royalty.
You wash it?
So not only are we...
with his ball bag.
We're not going to get that space. They're going to have a visual element
Over
which
there.
we've been asking for 4
But we
years.
want the visual element.
Well, according to my gossip sources, which is the guy standing to my left.
Marcelino, let's hear it from the horse's ass mouth and see why you have heard that. Where'd you hear this from? What are you getting? What kind of scuttlebutt are you getting?
Engineering meetings, just talk here and there. Yeah.
What do they talk about? Trains? See? And do these meetings entail any inkling that they will be needing some hardware in there for future cameras?
Well, what have you heard?
Well, the request partly is for having space so they can do some camera work better than they can here in the studio.
Wow.
Because as soon as you walk into Studio 12, you have that little...
But we have shitty camera angles.
Yes.
Some of the worst.
That's their request. One of their requests.
Why don't they just get these nifty lights like we got? Oh, my God.
Wow.
But we want that. And we're white.
What?
Probably think of
It
better.
truly is a whole new fucking ball game we're playing here in this 21st century. I got to tell you that, motherfucker.
I don't think it's racially motivated.
I think it is.
No, they haven't been given that anyway.
What?
They haven't said yes to them.
Watch.
They will.
Wait, so they're going to get a visual element before we get a visual element?
It would appear that way according to some of my
hold
gossip
on.
sources.
Do they do their own visual element? Meaning,
we'll do our own visual element tomorrow. Let us sign off on that.
We should.
It's a big fucking, well, I don't want to say moneymaker, but I know it would be. I know how to do that shit. You kidding me? We'd make a shitload.
In our pants.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I did a little investigating.
Oh. Look at you.
The Morning Mashup is considering making a push for that studio.
What? Oh, come on.
That's true. I asked them myself.
Why need more space to do nothing?
I asked them myself. Unfortunately, I think that my investigating might have been an ass-backwards attempt because they didn't even know the studio was available until I asked them about it.
It backfired.
So it backfired on
Well,
us.
they need some room to get in there and dance to, morning mashup style. Morning mashup style. Oh, maybe they need more feet so she doesn't hit her toes on the back wall walking in the door. See, with those giant heads, big feet.
Just so you're aware of the competition, afoot.
What's the competition for the Martha Stewart old studio?
Right now, Shade 45 is looking at it so they can further their visual element.
Which we have. We have that same vision. But we have dopes that are speaking for us.
And
including our agent.
The second big competition right now is the Morning Mashup, who have officially
thrown their hat into the ring, as they call it.
Yeah.
Their hat's in the ring. Everyone trying to lay claim to this brand new, delicious studio by the sun.
Now,
By the sun. Yeah, we want to see what's going on out there.
I would assume that you're safe from the OutQ morning show, since OutQ points in that same sunny direction.
Yes.
Well,
direction.
It does face west.
Oh, direction.
For the people trying to figure it out at home.
And there's lots of furry stools in the OutQ studio, so they're not going to want to give those up. What, guys?
Furry stools.
They really have furry stools.
Yes, they're furry stools.
You all right, Jimmy? Are you choking? I was going to give you the Heimlich.
You all right,
The Heiny lick.
Holy spit.
I went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, but I felt it like almost apple went down my throat, but I thought it was only saliva.
Okay.
Gee. Jimmy almost choked.
So, as it stands, you have some competition for your studio.
You got to go down.
You
You got to go down and pitch to Scott.
I'm going to have to.
Oh, boy.
That means I got. Well, I should probably go now, I think, and pitch.
Oh, man.
If you go now, we stay on the air and you have to tell us the results.
What happened? Oh, was that somebody else walking down to take the studio?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I'm on the motherfucker. I'm
We
going to
better
find
find-
out.
We should put some police tape around that thing. Not allowed in.
Ask E-Rock to keep an eye on that studio. Give us a...
There's been somebody
just throw
in
a
there
roast
the
in there.
last 20 minutes.
Well, whoever goes in there, I
What?
want their name and the reason why they were in there. That's Sal's new job.
Yes.
Let's finally give Sal a job.
Oh,
He's still in there?
we'll fuck this up.
All right. Keep an eye out for him. There was a guy in there the last 20 minutes.
I'm not even kidding. You think Sal could handle that dopey job?
No.
His new job is every time someone goes into the Martha Stewart space, he goes in there, asks their name, who they work for, and why are they in there.
Yeah.
You think he could at least do that, or he'll forget?
Who is it?
Okay, there are people walking towards the studio. I just saw them.
Who is it?
I just saw ladies walking towards the studio.
Oh, no.
Who is it?
It's the hosts that used to have the show there. They're coming in to get their stuff.
Don't let the door hit you.
All right, Sal, go in there now. Someone has to go in there now and go, wow, and ask him if this space is available.
All right, Sal.
Not knowing that they used to work
I know
there.
what he's going to do. He just left.
Oh, that's
Go in
embarrassing.
there and you're going to ask them if this space is available.
Oh, my God.
You-
That's so
They're
mean.
unplugging lamps.
Do they have the box with their nameplate on it and a plant and a picture of the family?
Tell them those lamps. Opie and Anthony might want those lamps.
See, Sal doesn't have it in him to do this
no.
shit.
What are these
mustachio douche?
What are these pesky Martha stickers attached to this window?
Yeah.
with?
All right,
Get that
Sal's
shit
back
off.
here.
Wait,
That was quick.
hold on. Yeah, Sarah from Buffalo, she's a good egg. She writes, please put a future home of the Opie and Anthony show on the old Martha's
Oh, that's
Martha's studio door. And
We should
tweet
do
that
that.
shit.
future home of the Opie and Anthony show. Someone print one out and tape it up there.
Immediately.
There's no
A nice fucking big future home.
So stay out.
Under
You
construction.
goddamn-
Under construction.
For all inquiries, and then give like your number, Sam, or something.
I'm not putting my shit on there.
Or well, we
Mars
got
is
it
on
to
there.
redirect all fucking bullshit back to the show.
Yeah, the boss told you to do that.
So then you can entertain them and go, oh, we're looking into that. No, that's a great idea. And then they don't go to the real people.
Is Sal in there now?
Yeah, it's a scam.
Is he
Let's
back?
run a scam.
Sal?
I went in there and I said, "Is this studio available?" And there was 3 people, and they all looked so disgusted with me.
That's why we had you do it.
She was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, all right," and I just turned around. And left.
We want you to tell her to leave those lamps to the Opie and Anthony show may need them.
You want me to do that?
Oh,
I wouldn't suggest.
You want me to do that?
oh my
Yes.
god! Oh my god!
That's a little edgy. I don't know.
Hey,
Get in there and do it.
He's going.
Comes back with his teeth knocked out with a lamp base outline.
Would I laugh my
Precious
ass
is here
off.
today. Holy
Oh,
fuck. Who's
Jesus.
interviewing Precious?
I don't think that's precious.
No. Are they going into our studio?
No, they're going
they
right
made
into
the turn.
shade.
They made the turn.
Maybe that's why there's no room in that fucking studio. All your women are so fat.
How big can you make that future home of the Opie and Anthony show?
Well, I have to be careful because...
What kind of font want to use?
Not Comic Sans. That's way too
No,
much.
that's funny.
Oh, look at this.
That's official looking.
Yeah, that's like not welcoming at all.
And you got a picture of...
I put up a picture of a cartoon of Jim Norton flipping the bird.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
Is this attached to printers?
Print? Oh, please. Why would it be?
Yeah, it prints in color.
Do you have a serial port plug?
Sal's back.
Yeah, I said that, and they just looked, very funny. And then I was like, okay, and then I turned around and left. They are so pissed off at me right now. I can tell.
Well, they lost their
join the
jobs,
club.
I think.
Yeah.
So that was really fucked
Future
up
home
you,
of the
so.
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, it's a little selfish.
All right.
Can you make a lot of those signs?
Eric, I'm going to email this to you.
And make at least 20 of them and put it all along the glass all the way around it, all right?
I'm going to email this to you, Eric. I'm going to need you to go ahead and print it. Can you do that for me, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to need you to go ahead and print this.
And E-Rock will tweet this shit when he's done.
Yeah.
Show in the studio with our signs.
Right. With the signs on it.
See,
Make
E-Rock-
a couple of them.
E-Rock gets the big Twitter.
Put them on the
report
glass. Put it on the door. Make a couple.
E-Rock Radio. He'll tweet it later.
Yeah.
Okay, Roland is texting me.
Uh-oh, what did Roland say?
He is saying, okay, there's another hat in the
Come
ring
on.
for this studio.
Come on.
The talent department wants the studio as extra space. They need more studios.
Get out of here.
That
They
is
ain't
true.
getting that shit.
No, that is true.
They
though. I've
want
heard
that.
that.
So it's O&A, Shade 45, Morning Mashup, and the talent department.
Well, at least we know we're in fourth. There's only three shows ahead of us.
What would talent do with it?
Give it to hosts who
Exactly.
need to...
What would talent do? We don't know.
I'm talented.
All right, Chipper. I'm putting my hat in the ring or
Yeah.
something.
I'm putting my shoes and socks and gloves in the ring with the fucking hat. Cocksucker.
Is it time for line of the day?
I just said the line of the day.
Oh, well, that's true, Chip. That was
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
funny.
We do a line of the day today, E-Rock.
Yeah, we can do one.
All right.
Hurry up.
Do we have a sponsor today or
Why
not?
don't you go ahead and read this?
Oh.
I read it.
Everyone
last
looks at
time.
each other.
I read it last time.
You mean masks, sensual flavors?
Sexual
It's the new way to foreplay. That's what I said. Sexual.
Oh.
Did I say sensual?
Yep.
I meant masks, sexual flavors. It's the new way to foreplay. It's amazing. It's available in 4 tantalizing flavors. These oral gel strips will be the spark to light your bedroom flame. Visit sexualflavors.com to purchase or find a retailer near you.
And with that, how many runners-up do we have, Eric?
Oh, wait.
Who does bitch?
I'm in Nashville
Jimmy, who
this
did bitch?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wait. Jimmy, who did bitch?
I don't know.
She looked like a rapper.
Is it her that they're...
They're with Common.
They're with Common, I'm sure.
Who?
Common.
There's a rapper.
Queen Latifah's beau in that movie. Remember, he played a
Did he win yet?
basketball player.
Oh, that motherfucker!
Yeah.
That guy's here right now.
That was
Common
such
sense.
a realistic story.
Yeah, can we tell him how unrealistic that movie
Queen
was?
Latifah fucking...
Yo, Common!
Yo, Common, where? Hey, Common! Is that Common?
like fucking Common election or something, right?
Yo, Common! He hears his name. He's looking around. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Yo, Common! He's coming. We just want to say hi.
What up?
Big
How you doing,
fans
man?
of Common.
He's an American gangster.
That is you.
What's going on?
Damn, that is you.
Opie, Anthony, Jim
Cool.
Norton. We're
How you
big
doing?
fans. We just want to say hi. We don't want to take you
How
away
you doing, man?
from your interviews,
Pleasure.
but what's up?
Oh, yeah.
Can I take a picture with you? I was too afraid to ask.
Jimmy, take a picture.
You good?
Young Sam Roberts over
what are
there
you
in the
promoting?
corner.
Thanks, Roland.
I got a film coming out. It's
man.
Love coming out on January 18th. So
Right on,
A
man.
film called Love.
Yeah, it's called.
January 18th. Cool, man.
All right.
Thanks for saying hi.
Thanks,
Definitely.
Common.
All right, go Heat.
Go Heat! Now we got problems.
All right, Mark, shut the door so we can now we can speak openly.
He's a soulful
right.
motherfucker.
Yeah, man, but you know he'll rip your fucking heart out.
Why didn't you give him the Who Kid greeting? Okay.
Yo, nigga, what up?
By the way,
Open the door.
Nah, I don't think so.
No?
We at least have this studio for now. Let's try to hold on to that.
even though we didn't keep him at all, I'm
Yeah.
sure he's doing Shade 45 right now.
Yeah.
He's right outside the studio.
Yeah, we can't take guests away from other people.
We didn't, though.
Oh,
Even
here
though-
comes Gary down the hall.
What?
Even though we didn't, when
Yeah.
they find out that first we did that, and we're also spending the entire show vying for that studio.
Vying for the studio is going to be fucking race war. Race war.
Why did you have to bring it to race again?
It's not
Because it's a race war.
About DJ Wonder.
Because we're white and they're black.
DJ Wonder. I was on Shade 45 this weekend.
Again.
Fight.
Please, that isn't really a fucking...
Where's Gary?
He's right outside the door.
Oh, what's
bring
he
him in.
doing there?
Bring Gary in.
Let's bring Gary in. Yeah, let's talk to Gary on the... Gary,
Yes.
please step up,
Yes.
sir.
From common to incompetent.
Step up, Gary. How are you, sir?
Hi,
How was the
Gary.
weekend?
Fantastic. How are you?
Nice. Good, actually. Pretty goddamn good.
What's going on with our wall issue?
With your wall issue.
Yeah.
I'm
Were you
going
aware
to-
that we wanted to...
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to
When were you aware?
expand.
When were you aware?
Late last week.
Oh, that's
Thursday, I think you probably.
All right.
Because we've
That's
been
when we-
aware 3.5 years ago.
Well,
we
But
wanted
now-
more space.
Yes.
But now an opportunity has arisen.
Yeah.
One that it's like the heavens opened up. That there's a studio right next to ours that is now vacant, and merely tearing down a wall and making a few extra little plug-ins here and there, a little moving this and that, and we have the studio that we've needed for quite some time. By the way, that's
the sign for the
that's the
studio.
signs going
I like
up in the
that. I like that a
studio.
lot. Excellent.
So we were just wondering, what is the projection here? What do you think, based on your tenure here, what do you feel will be the end result of our putting in a bid for that studio?
Oh, I don't ever guess on things like that.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a challenge. It'll be a
corporate.
challenge.
Why- challenge.
Why does Shade want it?
Oh, I don't know anything about Shade.
Oh, okay. But why would it be a
Why-
challenge?
yeah, why would
if-
it be a challenge?
if it's something that actually
Isn't
is
it obvious we need
doable
more
now?
studio space?
Of course. It would,
Yeah.
it would
So,
be great.
so
to-
what's
it
your
would-
plan for us to have a bigger studio?
What is my plan?
Yeah, you're kind of overseeing
down the
this,
wall.
don't you? So if it's obvious your show needs bigger space, what's your
We've
plan?
made that effort for years. It's
Mr.
a challenge.
Wizard, tear down this wall. Yes, hello.
So what are they going to use that studio for if it's not to make us happy?
I'm going to find out.
There's four
And,
candidates
let you know.
that I've heard
Yeah.
of.
What?
4 candidates so far.
Oh. Maybe we'll have a lottery like the 1D tickets.
Those are the 4.
That worked out well.
The second time today.
I know. All right, but this just seems to me like something that would be perfect.
Well, I call
Like
it
it's not a studio across the way.
I call it a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
It's the no-brainer.
And if anyone knows no-brainers, it's us. Yes. Doesn't sound like a compliment.
So you're not going to be able to get anything
We take the wall down. We're in.
So who are you going to talk to about this?
I'll talk to Scott. Talk to engineering. Talk to.
We take the tapes to the record company. We get the record contract. Hello, exactly.
Hello, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, nothing's going to happen.
No.
Not with that attitude, Opie.
That's true.
If they're going to give it to Shade, and they're going to wind up using the.
Oh no.
Do you think they're going to build the hallway extension?
Did you understand?
The hallway extension.
Do we have a solution to the spinning wheel problem?
Yeah, that's already been fixed.
Let's see what's up there now.
Yeah, it's probably Tarantino.
Let me check it out. I got to refresh.
Okay.
They didn't put Penn Jillette up there.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. Quentin Tarantino. Before that was?
That's Chris Tucker with Ron Bennington.
Oh.
Okay.
And Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
That's months ago.
And
2
Jay
months
Moore,
ago.
I see it in there. Jay Moore was...
Jay Moore went home months
That was a good
ago.
one. The redheads outnumbering the brunettes in that shot right there.
What about Penn Jillette?
Gary Oldman.
What happened?
Gary Oldman. That was
He's
like a
not
year
bad.
ago.
Oh, Chris Rock.
That was a long time ago.
Anthony Bourdain.
That was a long time ago. Haven't we had guests on since? What about Oliver Stone? That was recent.
That was a good one.
They shoot video of that?
I don't know if they did. I know. Of course. What they put on YouTube was.
People don't think you're real, by the way.
Real?
Yeah,
They
we
think,
videoed it all
they
the
think
time.
we invented this character. No, he's real. How do you not know we don't have Oliver Stone video? You should have saw Jimmy's face.
Oh, man.
We do have
Is
it.
your neck
We had
okay?
to.
We have it, right?
Jimmy went like this with his neck.
Huh? Say what?
Yeah, we do.
They put town hall clips. He did a town hall.
Oh.
So the web team put up clips
that's
from the
wonderful.
town hall. We're not here to talk about Oliver Stone or video clips. We're here to focus on the wall.
Well,
There's 3 other groups trying to get the wall, and we need to make sure that we're on top of it.
well, Gary will be representing us today, right?
Absolutely.
AKA Radio Wizard.
Like the dream team for OJ. You go in there representing.
Right.
Yes. If it does not fit, well, I don't give a shit.
Unfortunately, we have Darden.
Yeah.
Of all the great lawyers in that case, we have Darden.
Oh.
All right. Good luck to you, Gary.
Gary, thank you
I'm
for
sure you'll
coming
have an
in.
update tomorrow.
I like the fact that Gary comes in.
At least he
the
comes
studio,
in
though.
now.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yes. Indeedy do.
You
Enjoy
might be
the
able to
rest
get
of
some shit done, you know?
enjoy the rest of the day.
You as well.
I will give it a whirl. Take a tizzy. Roland.
You gonna give it a whirl?
Yeah.
What are you, a whirly bird?
It spins me right round. Roland.
Yes.
What are you hearing about talent wanting that space?
My money's on them.
On what?
On the talent department getting it.
Why? Don't they
Why?
have, like, other places to go?
Fishbowl. And they don't have a bigger room to do them in.
What do they need?
More, because you have a lot more guests. So if
Well,
you
what are the
need-
guests going to do in there?
They'll have like different DJs rotating, or they split.
I'll tell you
half.
this.
Wait, what?
I'll tell you this.
Don't they? Isn't there other
talent-
places for that?
Of course. The talent department thing bodes well for the morning mashup getting it. Because what they would do is they'd stick the morning mashup in there for the 3 hours, let them do their show, and then that's the mashup studio, but the talent department gets it the rest of the day.
Yeah, they can.
But what does the talent department need with another studio? What do they do?
For more guests and space.
But what do the guests do?
They talk to people.
They're saying that a lot of times you'll have big guests come in and people interview them.
Like when
in
I have
their
an
studio.
interview, I don't do the interview in here.
Yeah, but there's
I just-
plenty of studios.
There's not. There's a shortage.
What?
Well, that's not our problem.
That's right, Opie.
Yeah.
And that's one thing
Because
that
our
we...
shortage is the fact that we have a small studio.
Right. We have a shortage on leg room.
That's right. All right, why don't we do line of the day?
Very short-sighted. This
I
place.
swear, people.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I swear, people ask me if Gary's real. They
Oh,
think
yeah.
it might be something we invented
like a goof character.
because they can't believe this guy's actually
Mr. Amos uses cactus.
in charge of anything.
We use cactus.
All right, how many runner-ups we got there?
2 runners up.
2 runners up.
2 runner-ups, or is
He's
it 2
dummy
runners
didn't know
up?
to say runners up or runners ups.
Yeah.
But not 2 runners up like mothers-in-law.
But the RBI thing.
Yeah.
Now they're saying 7 RBI instead of 7
That's
RBIs.
stupid.
RBIs is better.
I like RBIs better too.
RBIs.
Have a ribby.
A ribby.
So are we doing runner-ups or runners-ups?
Either one.
Runner-ups is how it would.
You think?
Of course.
Runners-up.
Well, it used to be RBIs though. So I don't know.
It's definitely runner-ups.
When you make it an acronym, then you can put the S at the end because the acronym becomes the word.
Right.
It's no longer like an abbreviation of runs batted in. It's RBIs.
Right.
That's why you could say it like that. But runners is upses. Now that's different.
For those sports announcers with their 5 RBI, just say. Well, you all grew up with RBIs, right, Fez?
That's right there, Fez.
First runner-up.
They're asking me to take over, but I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Oh, Jimmy. Well, wait till you get the news, because I am. Jimmy's.
Oh my God.
Jimmy looked at me that time. It was hilarious, man.
I don't know if one clip should be able to be included on Bombs and Flubs and
Line of the Day. I know. We've had a lot of controversy as to whether E-Rock is doing this properly.
I don't know if he is.
I don't think so.
Well, we just brought the bit back.
Roland just went, like a little laugh.
You don't think he's doing it right, Roland?
I don't think he cares. He's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Very accurate right there.
That's probably right.
All right, why don't we do another runner-up line of the day?
What's her
Interviewing
name?
her.
She was
Maggie Grace.
Maggie Grace.
Yeah. I
Beautiful.
follow her on the Twitter.
I got vibes from her.
Did you?
No. She's doing another movie, fucking Maggie Grace, in Nashville this Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, really? What's the name of the movie?
That?
It's called Jim Norton at Zany's.
Jim Norton at Zany's.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Filming it for 3 days.
Yeah, it's a really fast movie.
Rom-com?
Yes.
Jimmy looks around sheepishly. Here's your line of the day there. Here comes line of the day. Line of the day. Oh, man. We want to fight for it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Fight. Yo, nigga, what up?
There
you have it.
Very good. I just want to also say that if you're a guy out there and you screwed up on Christmas or something like that, you know what? You got to go to Steven Singer. What are you doing? Getting engaged? What are you going to do? Get her some crappy engagement ring like your pal Anthony Cumia did at the Penn Station fucking jewelry store that was there back in what I commonly refer to as the day? No, you want a ring that she's going to show proudly to her friends, even to the person at the store that hands her back change. They look, ooh, that's a nice ring. Where'd you get that? You got a nice man's. Yes. Every time she shows it, people are going to be like, that guy rules. Well, Steven Singer knows what the women want, knows what you want to get her. Steven Singer Jewelers. The perfect system to make sure you get the perfect ring. Steven Singer, he knows. Come on, it's painless. You go online, go to IHateStevenSinger.com, or head over to the store. It's at the other corner of 8th and Walnut. Steven Singer's got a 100% money-back guarantee, and you're going to get the best service, the best value, the best experience. Steven Singer. Steven Singer Jewelers, the other corner, 8th and Walnut. On the phone, it's 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER, and online, it's IHateStevenSinger.com. Well, what do you say? Let's wrap it up, kids, and go home for another day and fucking paste smiles on our fucking face and plow through this shit one more time tomorrow. What do you say?
Yay.
Ever since he was a young boy, he's been fucking bald. His menacing thinks he just clutters up the hall. Asking him questions like talking to a wall. That egghead dummy doesn't like the show at all. He's the radio wizard but doesn't know shit. The radio wizard is such a stupid twit. Why do you think he doesn't like the show? I wish that he would.
The Opie and Anthony Show is pretty much over. The show will be available later today with SiriusXM On Demand. After O&A Live is next.